Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on.
Yes, I'm high. Yes, every wanna get to this guy. Yes, go out tonight, I just might. Yes, style cleaner than yours, so don't buy. Yes, I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
What's up, friends? It is another episode of So Busy, where we recap and review. I'm the smart one. He's the dumb one. Make sure that you like, you comment, you have subscribed to our channels already. We're about to talk about the basketball hoes of LA. And we have a special guest with us, Miss Cindy, the basketball expert. No, we need an expert. We need an expert.
It's just a surprise guest. Hey.
What's going on, everyone?
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
What's going on
in the chat?
So, Deb, so how's, I know y'all may not be able to tell because of how eccentric I am, but I'm right now. I currently have COVID, and it's been real bad. Your boy been down bad, but I'm staying hydrated. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, but my energy, every time I'm sick, people are like, I had no idea. That's because, I mean, the show must go on. But I've been coughing and sweating and all of that. So, yeah, this is a COVID household right now. I think I got it when I was out of the country.
Are you?
So how many days have you had it?
So this will be day number 5, 6.
Wow.
Are you quarantined?
Yeah, you see me? I'm in the house.
Like in a room by yourself?
No, the whole house got it. It's only me and him, and he don't even go outside.
So both of y'all have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to. That's not his business. I mean, y'all business to know his business. I have what I have. Y'all. But yes, our whole house is quarantining. So that's been interesting, been fun. But last week I was out of town for work. In Mexico, which is a beautiful place. I went there and there was a Deloitte building there. I said, can we just get over it? Okay. Deloitte is everywhere. I don't know if y'all have these Deloitte people in y'all area, but Deloitte is everywhere. So, but it was a fun vacation. I had tons of fun seeing some of the customs, some of the traditions, eating some of the food. It was a really, 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 really fun time, a really, really nice time. But I say that to say that I was gone. And while I was gone, the show must go on. And one of the things that we wanted to make sure is that we continuously gave you the recaps and reviews to make sure that you're not missing out on our content. You know, as much as I know y'all love to see me by myself, you know, this is a So Busy show, so that we need the so part. And so Deb didn't do his part. So can you explain? Because I got a couple of emails and people was text messaging me like, why is he acting like this? Why didn't he do the video? So can you just explain to the public?
I mean, it wasn't my, first of all, your trip was in a very timely place. We started school last week at the same time, so like I was like at work till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So by the time I got home, like I was going to bed. I didn't have time.
So basically, what he's telling y'all is he don't have time for y'all.
I mean, listen, you come to these PDs and then you tell me when you got time.
I work 17-hour days.
Come to these PDs and then tell me.
And I will. So that's how his week was. But we are back in the flesh. We hope that you all watched. Because he also promised me that, okay, well, it's been so busy, but I'll do it on Saturday.
I did say that.
Saturday came to win and still no video. This Sunday came no video.
I told Cindy that too.
Saturday came no video. Sunday came no video. I said, you know what?
I completely forgot, but yeah, you did say that.
I was exhausted. I'm sorry. Like this week, the beginning of the
year. That's the person who has. I have COVID. Got you exhausted.
But the beginning of the year is so draining. Like I mean, it's a lot. A lot is going on. So on the weekend, like I just wanted to sleep. I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything.
So I did the video from last week's
Thank you, Carolyn.
episode, and I put Carlin, don't do it. I put the I did a review from last week's video. I mean, from last week's recap. Do you want to give any? What did you watch it? It's streamed on your channel.
You're supposed to put it on both our channels, so
it is on. It should be on your channel.
It's not on my channel.
How?
It's not. It's not there.
Let me check.
And then apologize to me.
I'm not doing. You definitely not. I'll take accountability, but I would not apologize. It said it doesn't say where it's streamed, so I don't know.
It's not there.
Oh, I don't think it. Oh no, because it went on my channel, and it went out at 12:14. I'm surprised it didn't stream on your channel. Well, you know what? You weren't in it anyway. So
it's fine.
Y'all can always come on my channel and see it. I thought it streamed on your channel. I selected both of our channels for it.
It wasn't on my channel.
Well, I'll stream it on your channel later. No, Carolyn said it's there.
I don't see it.
No, you apologize to me. See, Carolyn, you didn't even like.
Let me go.
I know whose side to be on now.
Let me go look.
You gotta know whose side to be on, Curly.
Yeah, my last video was 9 days ago, and then we're live right now. That's the only thing.
It was alive.
It's right here.
What's the one that says video?
There's no. Is it? Price 125. Like it's not there.
Oh, okay. Then we'll figure it out. But any thoughts from last week since you weren't here?
I don't even remember having last week, so we can move on.
Any thoughts, Cindy, from last week?
Nope. Let's just move on.
Let's go into this one. So now that we've gotten over everything that happened last week, which was, in my opinion, all of I know y'all like her, and maybe this is a hot take, but something about Brooke rubs me the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So okay. If we're,
I might agree with you.
Let me just say this quickly. I kind of give her more credit because she did lose her daughter, and I felt like that woman Cheyenne was way out of line. Brooke was just sitting there eating her food. That's it. You know, and she was like, "Why don't you stand up? And why don't you stand up?" It was just a weird event, you know. And then for that one woman, I don't know if she was part of Cheyenne's organization or whatever, following them out like she was a bodyguard. It was just
it was
somebody
crazy.
From her family.
It was somebody from her family. Wow.
Yeah.
See, that was just bizarre. And I was just like, why are they picking on this woman? Like, what is the problem? Why are you focused on her? You know,
Yeah,
and she went. I can see how you might feel like Brooke is rubbing you the wrong way, but she wouldn't have anything to argue about or talk about if they would just leave her alone. They were the one picking on her.
But you know how Jackie's minions are, though.
Right. You know, I was going to ask you both. Doesn't Cheyenne low-key kind of look like Sunday to you?
She does.
I'm with you, Cindy. I'm with you.
Okay, I was just like, she not only does she act like Sunday, but she looks like her too. It's really weird. Anyway,
yeah,
that whole event was strange, and like they did point out, it was supposed to be woman empowerment, but they're honoring this guy. Why weren't you honoring the woman?
It didn't make any sense.
None.
It was really, really.
She was like, you make sure you got credit cards. Right. If you got a credit card, you got a credit card. You got a credit card.
Right.
Brooke, stand up because you got a credit card. Brooke is like,
she raised her hand like the rest of the people. Even Brandy just raised her hand. Cheyenne wasn't calling her out, being like, Brandy, can you stand up?
But you know that's a Jackie thing. Jackie based them girls to go and do things that they should not do, and they end up being mad at her later on.
Well, exactly. But then at the end, when Jackie was just like, I think you handled that whole thing right. Really, ma'am?
Sure did. Tell them, teach those girls how to talk to you. Train them up.
And I'm just kind of like, wow. And she just looks so like dark and inappropriate. Like, you know, like all of her black all the time. And her giving her little speech. I was like, Jackie, please sit down. Please sit down.
There's
but I will say,
definitely a darkness about Jackie this season.
Right. But I will say this as a side note, since we didn't really cover it. What that restaurant that they went to is called Post and Beam. It
Mhm.
is so delicious. The chef, I'm sorry, the owner is so fine. I was hoping that we could talk about it. I'm gonna Google it while you guys talk. I'm gonna Google so I can send you the picture. He's
Okay.
so handsome. He's so nice, and they have the best peach margarita I've ever had. So, anywho,
Ooh.
yeah. So,
Peach
guys,
margaritas on Cindy will become.
Yay!
okay, okay. I'm happy. I'm happy to if you guys make it to LA to host a little post and bean dinner there.
That would be great.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, that and chat, that was the most that I can remember from last week's episode.
So I do want to go through this. So we do know that like prior to this season happening, Jackie was posting on social media that they try to take her down.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what they were talking about. So I guess this season, which I think was really recorded like right after part A, is happening in real time right now. Well, in time now. So like, I guess Jackie is saying this, but also what's confusing to me is that Jackie is involved in the part of them taking her down.
What do you
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like she's done the things that like it's not like they're lying on her. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So they're not trying to take you down, girl.
She's
You did
just
these things.
she's just reacting to them, from the reunion, and she's
Yeah.
taken herself down. So
Yeah.
they haven't smoothed out anything from the reunion, and it's just what you're saying. So Deb, right, is that it's just carrying over to
Right.
her feeling as though that they're trying to take her down.
I don't know. I do see it as now. Jackie's crazy. I like her because she's campy. I think she's fun. Like she's a fun crazy, in my opinion. I think what the problem is that it's always a gangbang mentality. Shout out to Karen Huger that these people have with how they're going to address Jackie. All of these girls have done some very nasty things to each other, and Evelyn has thrown bottles at people, but we can forgive her. But then if Jackie says, "Oh, your daughter may be a builder whore," everybody's like, "Oh, no, can't forgive it." Gosh, she's triggering me. No, everything that Jackie does is just so egregious.
But that's a lot.
But
That's
Evelyn, she can do whatever, and all she has to do is say, "I was in the dark space. I'm sorry," and then we have to move on until she hits somebody else with a bottle. I don't understand how we can get over Evelyn's issues or other people's issues so quickly, but when it comes to Jackie, it's like, well, I just don't know how we got here because you said that I was mean. And Jackie, why are you doing that? And then you got to get 7 girls around the table to address Jackie because of what she said about you.
But
Jackie has done it in the past as well. But what I want to say is this: so yes, Evelyn did throw a bottle at that girl. It happened.
That's one of many issues.
But we
that were violent.
We also have to go to the fact that there was a thing that happened between that season and after that, with them being accountable for things that they did. And Tammy and Evelyn both went through a lot because of that season.
Right. And I feel like I don't think that they get over stuff with Jackie, over a long period of time. Jackie just causes more havoc, and then they get mad at her again. Like, I mean, Jackie, when they were in, what was it, Mexico? Where did they wind up? Arizona, whatever it was. And she was like stood up, and the whole table went flying. But people weren't giving her a hard time for that, for like episode after episode, season after season. People have moved on. Even Brandy was at that dinner, and she still considers Jackie a friend. I don't feel like we drag it out with Jackie, to be honest.
I feel like these new girls, and I don't know if it's the Evelyn thing, because I feel like it may be. I love how Brandy handles this situation in the show. It's girl, let me go to you, let me talk, let me see how you feel, what's going on, and then we have a group dynamic. I feel like Evelyn pulls people in, and then now you got 6 people at a table trying to go against her to talk.
I think that what Evelyn does is like, Evelyn is like, listen,
let's gangbang her. Let's all attack her together.
But isn't that what they do to Evelyn?
No.
That is what they do to Evelyn. I feel like it's like you pick and you choose how you want to be mad on the show. And I think when me and Cindy do our reviews, like we kind of like really navigate that very well, because we're not Evelyn haters. There
None of us are.
That are, and it happens, But the reality is this: Evelyn hasn't really done a lot that the other girls have not done. Yes, she did throw a bottle at that girl, but
that's not just act like it's just about bottles, shoes. She's bought people upside the head. She has talked about people. She bought Jackie's daughter that she's never talked about. Was talking to her and doing all this stuff.
Actually, Jackie brought that up on the show. Evelyn
Girl, all I'm saying is Evelyn is disgusting as well. But it does seem like there is a
show yet when it happened.
It seems like there is some sort of mission for these girls to get together and get Jackie out. But you can't. You can't.
Why?
You can't. Jackie is barely a part of. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. Her husband could be dead for all we know. She barely a part of the show, and she is the season.
She's not the season.
What are the highlights for you, Sydney, so far?
It has not been Jackie. It's been her missing, which I've enjoyed. I will.
Oh, please! My highlight is every time she comes up on the screen. Because I can genuinely and honestly say, if she wasn't here, then I would truly have to stop watching. Because there's nobody I'm invested in. Their lives are not interesting to me. Wow. I'm just not interested in them and their lives. I'm interested in their friendship dynamic somewhat, but only because Jackie. If Jackie was not there, I will say that I don't think I would be. I know I wouldn't be watching. I would have nobody to be rooting for or looking at and seeing what they got going on.
I think it's a personal thing for you because you don't really like Evelyn like that.
I don't. No, it's not that. So stop saying I don't like her because I don't give up about her.
You do not like Evelyn.
I don't give up about her.
Exactly.
That's where she sits.
But I feel like y'all go up for all the other girls and all the other shows that are.
Who we going up for?
Jake. What Nene Leakes? Y'all go up for Mariah.
Who was y'all?
The internet. Whenever we're watching these shows, y'all go for the main girl. Evelyn is the main girl on Basketball Wives, whether you want to admit it or not. She is.
Oh, which one?
Of all of them.
Girl, please. Because let's get this show started.
If she wasn't, they would have brought her onto this franchise.
I think that they need somebody to help.
Nobody cared about Jackie. I'm sorry.
Jackie just does random stuff and she goes crazy for no reason. And people love that she it almost gives bipolar disorder.
I think she's like Karen Huger. I think she's campy.
No.
She's a ghetto Karen Huger.
No.
I love it.
I would never.
I don't even watch Potomac, but I know who that woman is.
Karen Huger is quirky. She put on a whole variety show for no reason. For no reason at all. She had drag queens dancing, was giving out love advice. Somebody sang. It was just, what is this for? No reason. She had no reason just to do it.
But Jackie Christie goes to a party and then she gets drunk and then fights everybody at a party for no reason.
Yes, I love it.
Karen Huger never.
I love it. And Evelyn's in the back, just sleeping with somebody else's husband. So let's get into.
But hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Busy. I just wanted to say, when you're talking about, having no, I don't know, how do I want to say this? When you're saying that Jackie gives the content, like when she was walking alongside Jennifer in the fashion show, she's been giving super jealous from the beginning, and they only really have to talk about Jackie is when they go to an event, which is when they're filming, and the other women don't want to be around. So it's not like they're all sitting around going over Jackie. I just don't see that. They only talk about that woman when they're like, is Jackie coming? Is Jackie coming?
Oh my God, I don't want her to be here. Oh my God, I don't want her to be here. We have to go through all this.
Or I don't want to go if she's coming, and that's all they say about her. They don't go in and talk about her. But I don't want to speak to the end of this episode.
But that's true, Cindy. That's very true, Cindy.
Right. I just wanted to point that out. Like, everybody's like, Jackie's the show, and that's all they do is talk about Jackie. The only thing they're saying is, I don't either want to be there because she's there, or she's there.
They're so bothered, they're so triggered, they're so enamored. They care so much. Like, seriously, they're not asking about anybody else. Because you can say, the girls are coming, but the one you gotta point out, is Jackie, because she makes you feel. I'm telling you that says something. Jackie makes you feel something, good or bad.
No.
The girls are like, well, which one's coming? Because Brooke got to take anxiety medication, and somebody says the word, keep playing with me, I'll say Jackie. And then that's when Brooke starts shaking, and that's all you got to do is say Jackie. So she gives them feels.
Hey, so Deb, I sent you a couple of pictures before we move on. So the Post and Beam restaurant that I was talking about.
I got them.
Yeah. So it's like the owner and chef.
Okay.
Can you put them on the screen when you get a chance?
Yeah.
We'll add them to it, and then we'll get back to it at the end.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So let's get into this episode. If we're gonna rate it from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, chat, put it in the comment section. What do you rate this episode? I am going to give this episode a 7. Cindy, what you got?
I kind of was cracking up towards the end, so I'll give it a little 5. I could skip some of it, but 5 is fair.
Okay.
I'm so glad I bring my Instagram over here right away. I would give it. I was kind of bored. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
So we're kind of in between there. Yeah.
We're in between. Yeah.
It was it was like boring until like the very end of it.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, I was surprised that you were gonna say that because it had your girl riddled all through it.
No, I mean I appreciate the Brandy stuff, but I guess my thing was like it was like filler stuff. Like I understand this. Well, I mean, we're gonna go through it, so we can talk.
What was filler?
Well, it's just like the whole acting thing. Like, okay, we know, like it's like they're repeating the thing over and over again. Like Jennifer's doing a movie, Brandy's acting, Jacille's son's coming. Like it was like not long enough clips for us to like really invest in the scenes.
Right.
I think that they were, and then, I mean, it's a season, so they're supposed to scatter it throughout. And I think that this is what's interesting to me. This is what these girls are working on, and because I'm here for Jackie, and I'd be waiting for her to come up on the scene, and I don't even know what the hell is going on in her personal life. I haven't seen her and her husband get married in I don't know how long. I'm waiting for her life, and we can't even get it because they're showing you all who y'all think are interesting, the jobs and the stuff that these people are actually doing. So it's weird when he's like, well, Jackie, it's not the show. These other girls have so okay, but when we show what the other girls are doing, you're like, oh, I know she's doing a movie, but I was bored. The acting thing, I was bored with. This other girl's getting married, I was bored with.
No, I'm not saying
we barely get a Jackie, and I'm happy about it.
I'm saying what it was. It was like filler stuff.
How is it filler if this is
we didn't really get invested into what they had going on?
They didn't make the scenes long enough. I think that's what he's saying. It was just like 2 minutes on, the son. It's like she hasn't seen her son. We hadn't even been, as an audience, been introduced to the son until last night's episode. And I
thought that he had been here before.
No, that was the first time. She's always only spoke about her son.
Oh, I have questions too. So let's get to this. Okay, because I have questions. So let's get into it. We start off with Jackie and Brandy. Jackie says that, you know what? She wants to meet with Brandy because she felt as if she didn't like the way that the conversation went at the brunch. Right. Which was your fault, Jackie. So she now wants to sit down and make sure she talks to her. And Brandy was like, look, I'm here. I didn't think that I really wanted to come because how she's been behaving recently, I just can't stomach it. And I agreed with her. I need to figure out, Jackie, what the hell? Like, Jackie, what the hell? I agree with her. They sit down and Jackie was like, look, I'm so sorry for how the conversation went. I said, when we normally are together, we do like that jokey joke thing. And when I said that, so you're trying to be a stage starter, that was the playing thing. And I guess I kind of see what it seems like. Brandy understood it too, because she was like, that's when you're like, I'm trying to be a sister. So then they started going back and forth, jokingly about it. She was like, well, I felt maybe that wasn't the best time to joke about that. So I'm sorry if it came out that way, because we normally have that banter, but it seemed like you were getting in your feelings about it. So then I stopped. And Brandy said, look, I just wasn't sure what's going on with you. We need to figure this out. She also said, well, I also want to say, I don't like what happened with Cheyenne.
Oh. Right.
I felt like she was doing too much and she was on Brooke for no reason. Jackie said, okay.
Yeah.
So what reason I wanted to talk to you about not going to your party was because I didn't think that it was the time and place for all of us to get together to communicate. And I understood that, you know, this is your event. It's important to you. You talk about it, the cookbook, your daddy, all of that. I don't know if that was the right time for everyone to be yelling at me about their issues at something that's so important to you. And Brandy said, well, I made it so that people can talk to you and, you know, in that manner. We were going to try to hash things out. And Jackie felt like that was not the time and place, especially because of the business venture that you're trying to go on. So let's try to find another thing, because I don't want these ladies to be yelling at me like this. And Brandy said, well, let's take baby steps. You can just start reaching out one by one. What about Jennifer? Which I thought we had already gone through this, but I think it was Evelyn, the devil, who made Glorilla stop going from person to person, because wasn't Glorilla the one who was, you know, starting to say, hey, you should go talk to her. You should go. But they were like, why are you doing this for that girl?
Right.
But now we got Brandy saying, okay, so now so Brandy can do it. Brandy's like, listen, now you should have a conversation with Jennifer. I'll talk to Jennifer, and then you have a conversation with her, and then we'll go from person to person.
But you have to go back to like their original like franchise. Like this is what they do every season with Brandy, Malaysia, and Jackie. Even with Drea, it's always like, okay, the season started, we got to make these with Jackie. It's always been like that. So I feel like Brandy's going like in like the normal formula of their show.
But I will say I have to give her credit. I did like the way that Brandy handled that situation. She was like, I'm going to address the issues between you and I. I didn't like that. I didn't like you talking to me like that. And Jackie's excuse was, you know, we normally have that banter, but you could tell that again, if she was so focused on the right time and place, that was not the right time or the place. Yeah. And then when she said, I don't like the way, you know, Cheyenne was, you know, calling Brooke out for no reason. And she was kind of like, okay, whatever. But, you know, at some point, that's why people get mad at her, because it should have been her place to say, I see what you're saying. And, you know, at her age, you would think that she has the maturity to be like, okay, let me talk to her, you know, and that wasn't cool. And again, I go back to, why are they trying to focus and pick on Brooke when she lost her daughter? The only reason why Brooke and Jackie were beefing was because of Jackie's dismissal of her losing her child. So I say that to say, okay. And then the last piece of what you just said was, you know, so true, about Jackie's feeling like that wasn't the time and her place. Now, my problem with that excuse that Jackie gave was, she should have called Brandy directly and told her that I don't think I don't want to ruin your event. And again, this was not an outdoor or at a venue. This was inside of Brandy's home or wherever she, you know, her
rental space.
Yeah, whatever she's living in. So if you can't talk like women in someone's home, why would you? What other time and place is there? Like that's why Brandy had it at her house. You know, she had chefs come to the house. So I was like, Jackie, you are full of it. You just didn't want to be bothered, but it was rude for her not to call. In my opinion, it was rude for her not to call Brandy and just tell her that. And, you know, she could have just been honest with her and been like, I don't feel like it today. I don't feel like arguing today. I don't feel like it. And so Deb is going to love this part. I thought that Brandy's looking good this season. I thought she looked really pretty. Yep, I thought she looked really pretty during the meeting. I was surprised. Not surprised, like she's an ugly woman, but I'm just saying, like, she's
really pulling it up this year. I love Brandy's look. Yes, I love it.
She's pulling it up, and that's all I got to say, because he and I kept going back and forth, and I was like, no, that's not good.
I think she's gorgeous. I always thought she was gorgeous, but I would say in today's episode, I was like, whoever now this one you did good.
Right.
Okay,
I was like, okay.
If I was pushing to the other side, this is what I would like to.
She looks
sometimes I think it takes some of these women to like watch the season back and go, ooh, you know, like,
yeah.
I think she probably, you know, she got a little stylist together and was like, let me get it together, you know. So,
she looks good.
Yes.
I love how the internet.
I feel like she's always had it that way. For me personally,
we know.
I feel like Brandy's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, but she wasn't doing any fashion. It was all about the spandex for all of them.
I don't think that's her thing, though. You know, I think that Brandy's Brandy, but naturally she's just pretty. and like she doesn't
No,
really
but
have to do a lot.
those wigs and those outfits. Come on, so
She has had some bad wigs. I will agree.
okay, and
She
then
has.
some of those outfits. Okay, but she
Yeah,
looked great.
and I
So
could,
anyway,
yeah, I could agree.
yeah,
I love how the end of the scene when Jackie was like, "Well, do you trust me?" And Brandy said no.
no,
So then we get Brooke. She is getting tattoo removed with her ex-husband's initials. So she has Glorilla and Evelyn coming over to watch her get her tattoo removed. I don't know. Brooke said that the event was a mess. And she was so surprised by how ghetto and tacky it was, and she didn't even get a chance to tell him about her new love life. She said her man have made it official. And Evelyn.
So are we concerned about this at all? Like, I mean,
yep.
I feel like Brooke is moving every season, like husband. Like, maybe we missed like the time in between. But
we just saw her. Didn't she just get that bag from somebody 2 episodes ago? How?
So, is it the same man?
No, yeah. I'm just saying you're openly dating, and now you have a relationship. Now you're removing tattoos. All of this.
But is it the same man though that we
saw?
No,
this is a totally different person.
She said
because I couldn't figure that part out.
Yeah, and they only briefly showed that guy, and he gave her the bag now. So why would she show him and then not show and talk about this guy that she made it official? I want to know the timeline on that.
I need to know the timeline too.
It sounds like what 2 days. That's really what it sounds like. So then she said that they are together. She'll talk about that later. Evelyn, she brings up the fact that she sat down with Cheyenne, and she said that she was just joking and that it wasn't that serious. Cheyenne said that, but Cheyenne did keep going with the classless, tacky trope, and Brooke was like, "Look, I am tacky and I am classless, and she should know that. Don't you dare try to test me or come at me in front of a crowd of people who don't know me, because then I am gonna go get." I just Brooke was like, "I am tacky and classless, and so what about it?"
She also said, "A bitch that knows of me can't joke with me like that in a room of bitches that I don't know. I don't give a client B word. I'm not the joke here." And I want to point that out because Brooke has, I like some of the things she does say, but also with this, I'm like, well, damn. I mean, I was with Brooke on this because don't embarrass me in front of people I don't know.
Right.
But that's not what I heard her say. What I heard her say is that you can't embarrass me in front of a group of people that
what she said.
You don't know.
She said a bitch that knows of me can't joke with me like that in a room full of bitches that I don't know. I don't give a flying F bitches. I'm not the joke here.
So I what I thought I heard her saying was, you can't joke with me like that in front of people that I don't know, and I'm gonna act however I want to act. Because I'm not the jokey joke.
I'm not the joke here.
These people don't know me.
I don't know you. You don't know me.
And they don't know me. I will act a fool in here. I think because it's similar to what my mom would always say. Like, these people don't know you. Okay, so when I'd be like, "Mom, calm down, you're so loud." When I was younger, she'd be like, "These people don't know me."
Right.
But it's like, don't embarrass me though.
Well, I guess she felt embarrassed. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. If she's feeling like she was embarrassed, because my mom never felt embarrassed. She was like, and I could trip and fall and die. These people don't know me, and I don't care.
Your mama had a good point. I feel like that all the time when somebody's like, "Oh, you said this." I'm like, I'll never see these people ever.
And my mom would say that all the time. I will never see them. Probably never see any of these people ever again.
But when you calling me out in front of a bunch of people that I don't know, baby, let me tell you something. I'm that person. I'm a Brooke person.
There's also a way for you to just avoid that. Just stand up.
Well, why didn't she make everybody else, including Jackie?
Because no one else.
Maybe she could only see Brooke.
That's not true.
I said maybe.
Then that's
but it's not true.
You're at the podium, and that's a problem. You can't see anybody else except for Brooke. So then that means she must be a single white female kind of situation. Are you obsessed with her? You can't see any of the other chocolate in the audience?
I couldn't see anyone. I saw Brooke, and maybe that was the one name she knew. Hey, Brooke, are you gonna stand up?
No, she knew Jackie. Supposedly, Jackie.
I
is
got
her,
my food.
her,
I'm not
her
going.
BFF.
I just can't. I'm sorry. I just felt we didn't do last week's episode, but I felt like Brooke was being tacky in classes. Now I understand
I don't.
being called out, and I understand not liking to be called out, but I felt like the rest of the event went the way that it went because of Brooke.
No, it did not. Busy.
I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. No, I'm not. I am not. Because I know how I am myself, and I've been that person before, and it was tacky. It was classless.
No, it was Cheyenne. She was the one that was like security. She made it a deal.
Because she got even Evelyn. No, because even Brooke and Evelyn both said themselves like, okay, well, you got out of hand at one point.
To who?
Girl. So now it's time to, when it came to, well, look, I just thought it was tacky and classless, and you don't have to come to the event that I'm having, and I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna be there. I feel like she got aggressive too fast.
Security on her.
Well, that was she called her after that,
and they were on their way walking out. So what I'm saying is if you are sitting there having a meal, you've invited all of these women to a quote unquote women empowerment event. Why are you the woman being like security when this woman didn't do anything?
I felt like she started getting aggressive.
The reality is she was the only person that did not stand up.
Exactly.
Many of women raised their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke should not have been caught up by herself. That's the reality.
Okay, and knowing that, I know how you feel. Like, hey, I just felt like you shouldn't have called me out. You don't know what situations I have, and I just felt like you shouldn't have called me out. And Cheyenne felt like, well, I thought it was tacky of you.
It was more than just the call out, Busy. It's what I'm trying to get you to understand. When she said, I don't feel like you should have called me out, we get that part. But what did Brooke do at any point? Did she throw a shoe at her? Did she turn over the table? She didn't do any of that stuff. Why was she called?
What she did was she heard what her friend Jackie had told her.
Right.
And she went off that. Think about the past seasons.
I don't know. I'm not thinking about the past seasons. I'm thinking about what I just watched, and what I witnessed was the conversation was calm until Brooke started getting louder and yelling.
Because she
only got louder because she called security on her.
I felt I gotta go back and watch. I thought that she did that after Brooke had told her. After Cheyenne had told her that she could leave.
No. She only got loud when she got up because security was called.
So she called security and then Brooke got loud?
Yes, and she was hovering. Now, and this is a pet peeve of me. You're not going to hover over me like you're about to do something to me. I'm going to stand up. Brooke stood up because Cheyenne was over her, pointing, being like security and pointing down at Brooke. Why would you do that? You're having a woman empowerment event, correct? And you are making a sham of women empowering.
But then she said, well, I'm going to come over to you.
Who said that?
Cheyenne, because she came to the table, and then I think Brooke said something, and then she said, well, let me come over to you.
She called her like classless, and like she was like,
she said she thought that the act was classless and tacky, that you didn't stand up.
But calling someone out in front of a whole group of people that you don't know is classless.
Especially when everybody else didn't stand up and they just raised their hand.
I think it's weird.
Including Jennifer and Brandy. They just raised their hand.
I think it's weird, but I don't know if it's classless to call somebody out, but I think it's weird.
In front of a group of people that you don't even know is very classless.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I don't know about classless, but I think that it's definitely weird and odd.
So then was Brooke classless?
Yes.
How?
So Cheyenne was not, but Brooke was.
I didn't feel like it was classless for her to at the podium be like, well, Brooke, I wish you would have stood up.
I felt that it was class.
I definitely thought it was weird. I definitely thought it was very, very weird. I was wondering why she was focused on her. I didn't think it was classless, but I definitely thought it was weird.
I just feel like that.
Wait, I gotta read this. That just says Brooke gets on my nerves sometimes, but she wasn't wrong. Busy needs to relax, or we're going to need to have a ponderosa before the next episode.
I understand what you all are saying. I'm sorry, and I don't know the Brooke girl like this, and maybe she'll
be okay with being called out in front of a group of people that you don't know.
I have been. This is not my first rodeo. I've gone through. What am I supposed to do? This is your event, girl, and these people don't know me.
Okay with it.
Yeah, what else am I supposed to know? Sorry. Even if I felt awkward about it, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, one thing, so let me say, for me, don't ever do that to me. I'm gonna be a Brooke.
Yep.
I don't want to be called out in front of people I don't know like that. Like, I mean, if I'm going to a event, but let's say I came to your birthday party, and I know you, I don't know your friends, I don't know anybody else, and you're like, I'm glad my friends came out. So Dev showed up late. Yep, I mean he did late, like, and you keep driving it. Like, I'm gonna be offended.
Okay. Oh, like when you had your birthday party and you shouted out to people who didn't cook or come doing it.
Oh my God! And you were offended, right?
I was offended that I wasn't called out.
You were offended. I didn't do it.
I was offended that I wasn't called out.
But I just feel like, again, I mean, we can belabor this. We should probably cover last week's episode. But I felt
shut up.
Because I feel like Brooke was not wrong. I felt like Cheyenne was wrong. She is a guest to that group of women. She's not a cast member. She had no reason to keep pointing Brooke out. None whatsoever. I feel like if she was going to point her out, then point everybody else. Like, I see these hands, but why isn't anybody standing? You're the host. This is your event. And it's supposed to be about, again, women empowerment. And it did not read that way to me. Even when they were walking out, the way they were walking out and like her family member following them.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's weird. Like, I feel like Cheyenne was in the wrong. And Jackie was just sitting there looking like the evil villain.
I loved it.
Rubbing her hands. And I'm just kind of like.
It's just iconic. I'm sorry. Okay, let's keep going. We should have done this last week.
Okay.
Or at least I could have done a rebuttal to what y'all talked about. If somebody on this team, because I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you something right now. This is about to start being the Busy Cindy show because somebody not doing their job right. This is about to be. We're about to be in the third review that I'm doing by myself.
I think it's
y'all know that. So Deb don't even take notes. He don't do no notes.
I do have notes. They're here.
And when it's time for him, to show up as a teammate, I'm like,
and this is why we have to keep doing this stuff because he wants to take me out. I'm gonna take him out. Okay. The reality is that I do take notes, and he wants me to do stuff at the last minute. Busy changes the times all the time. So this is why these things happen.
No, let's not talk about that. That's old news. We're talking about how all of last week.
We both had stuff going on.
It wasn't I had stuff going on. I literally couldn't watch the show in Mexico.
And I couldn't either.
Cindy, whose side are you on?
We talked about this.
Cindy, whose side are you on?
I am always with Deb, but but you did say maybe we could do it on the weekend. I did forget. I didn't remind you.
I did say that.
I slept in. I totally forgot. But I feel like it is easier to just keep going. It's harder to kind of like we're doing. It's going to be like it feels like it's going to be like a 2-hour live because we're going backwards and then forwards, backwards and forwards. So anyway.
All right, let's move on to the next subject. Okay, so then we get Brooke. We already talked about all of that stuff. Brooke says she's now worried about why is Evelyn going to meet with Cheyenne. That's a little weird to me, but it's good to see that she had her back. Then she showed that ugly ass tattoo that she had, and we go on to the next scene.
It was ugly, but I agree with Brooke. Brooke is giving Ev the side eye, being like, "Why do you keep meeting up with Jackie's friend?" Basically,
I know. I understand that.
I don't either.
But I think because Brooke and Evelyn knew her before.
No, it was only Brooke that knew her. Ev did not know this.
No, Evelyn said she knew her too.
No, she did not. She said, I didn't know her and I want to get to know her.
Yes, that's why she had coffee with her. She did not know her.
She did not know her. She said, I want to
get
to know her.
I'm like she said that, but maybe I missed that. I'll let it go.
But you know what? And I said this in my last review, and I'm going to say it again. Y'all all owe Brandy an apology, especially Evelyn. Because when Brandy was sitting there saying, girl, why are you sitting here talking about me when you sitting up here meeting up with the ops? Right. And then Evelyn, she getting up and I will fight you and all the girl. But now Brooke's not talking to Brandy and Evelyn's not talking to Brandy. All these people not talking to Brandy. over something that Evelyn's doing that's weird. Y'all's colorist.
They treat Brand like she's disposable, and I don't like it. They treat Brand like she's disposable, and I don't like it.
They do.
They do.
So then we're going to the next scene. We get Glorilla. She's going to get her son. That was an awkward scene, but she's going to go get her son, and then they're about to go play basketball a little bit. She said motherhood with Prince has been very fun. She said she's been away, and since she's been away, he's grown a lot. I have questions, but let's go through some of this stuff. She called her fiance, who is in bed. It's the time difference is different, but she wanted to show that Prince is playing basketball. She really wishes that her wife could be here while they're planning a wedding. Now, I don't know if I'm mishearing things, but the way that Jennifer sounds like she's planning her wedding, which she's gonna have with these people, she's having them friends, she's getting through these things, and then Glorilla's like, oh, our budget's not like that. We're not doing all that stuff. But then she's on the phone with her fiance. Her fiance's like, so how about we just do something outside me, you, the cousin Carl? And I'm thinking, wait a second, so are you planning a wedding, or y'all just thinking about planning a wedding? Because that sounds like if she's saying that we about to get married in a couple of weeks, it sounds like y'all still don't even have a guest list. Like I don't understand.
Like she doesn't want everybody at their wedding at all. Just like her,
a couple of pizzas, a little chicken.
Kids, that's it.
It was very weird to me.
My aunt to come. I want JoJo down the street to come, but all the Tasha one is her. I put her Glorilla. Her just stealing kids.
So they're just gonna try to figure that out, but she's feeling insecure about how this is gonna go. She says, her mother is blind. Tasha's mother, she's sick. It's so much going on, and they're trying to make it work, and she can, and she's feeling overwhelmed, especially by herself. Who got their boy? Who got Prince? How long has she been away from him? What is this dynamic?
I believe she only traveled to.
She's from Memphis, right?
For work.
She's in LA for work.
She's in LA for work.
She's from Memphis, right?
Yes, she's from Memphis. And so he I believe when she first came on the scene, she said he was in school or something like that. So I think that's why the boy didn't come out with her. And she was trying to get her hair products into beauty shops.
Cindy, I totally forgot about the hair products.
Yeah. She was trying to get him.
She hasn't mentioned it all this season.
No, I think she's more focused on the wedding now at this point. Yeah.
Girl, man, no, she focused on the wedding. All they need is a couple of pizza boxes to go to Popeyes and to go to Perk. She's focused on the wedding. Child, please. So then we get to Jennifer. She's looking at the final cuts of her movie. She's trying to make sure that she puts it together so that she could sell it to Tubi. They're going through a few scenes just to make sure that everything's happening best in, as well as it can in post. She invited Jackie because Jackie's in one of the scenes to come and view it and so they could talk. Y'all, did y'all see what Jackie came in there? That one little scene at the table. Jackie was like, she's about to start tearing up. The movie is amazing. Girl, you did 2 little lines. You really didn't do nothing. And she acted like she's just getting a Golden Globe. So then they start talking, and she was like, seriously, blown away. It takes a lot. This movie is so great, so awesome.
So let's talk about this. There's been conversation about Jennifer and his wedding and her trying to sell this movie and Christian's debt that he has.
Yep.
And basically where people are saying, and I hope that Jennifer's not getting gooped.
That she's getting what?
Gooped. Because it feels like he's trying to make her pay for his.
We talked about this during the last recap.
But no, it's like it's getting worse though.
Is it?
And it's like
it's not.
She's trying to make sure he's good for his restitution.
But it sounds like he's not trying to take the money.
When Brandy, I don't know if are we here yet?
No, we're not. You wouldn't know because you don't have notes.
I definitely have notes.
You can keep showing that little phone, and we can't see it.
These are notes. They're notes. They're notes.
So from there, they talked about the brunch. And Brandy was like, Jennifer was like, it was kind of a mess for her calling her out because you didn't stand up either. Right. And Jackie was like, well, it was really, I didn't stand up because I couldn't hear her from the, Jennifer said, bitch, please. Okay, we're not doing this.
Jackie
we are not doing this.
Jackie has an excuse for all of her bad behavior. She is like the biggest child that I've ever, let me just say, the oldest child that I've ever seen. So she wants to throw a tantrum. She's okay with Jennifer this season, but last season she was calling her a B and all of this stuff. So
she hates Jennifer.
Now that she's in a right, and she was walking down the runway with her, she seemed so jealous. But now that she has 2 seconds or split second in her little, Tubi movie, now she's her friend, huh? And what about all of the bad behavior? Everything has an excuse. Can she take accountability for anything?
She can. She'll definitely take accountability for it.
When has she?
We'll wait.
Oh, and then we'll keep waiting. Stay tuned.
Because when does she take accountability?
She took accountability with Brandy.
I feel like we're mixing these shows. Well, we are mixing shows because they're mixed. But this is the normal formula for LA with Brandy and Malaysia and Jackie. The show starts. Jackie did some.
You already said this.
Let's all come together and make a kumbaya with Jackie. But Evelyn was like, bitch, no, we're not doing this. So it gets confusing.
She took accountability. So then
what was the accountability?
When she talked to Brandy.
But what did she say? Did you feel like she took accountability?
She said, I take accountability for calling you a liar. And she said she took accountability for calling her a shit starter too.
No, but then she backed it up by being like, but that's how we normally
She didn't say she was sorry. She said she takes accountability.
That's still not taking accountability if you're going to come.
Yeah, it is. Accountability is the fact that I have done it and I account for myself doing that. An apology.
No. Hold on. Account for myself because that's how we normally do it. There's no because to it.
No, that's you can because in accountability. You can't because an apology.
You could have just said to Brandy, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. That's it. She didn't have to say.
But she didn't say she was sorry.
Because she's not sorry.
Yeah, we're not saying that she's sorry. And to be honest, that's what the people are saying. Y'all got to get y'all verbiage is so important. Okay, do you want her to apologize or do you want her to take accountability? Because those are not the same thing.
When somebody if I say I've done something wrong, right?
Yes.
Say I've done this wrong thing, but we normally go, play with each other like that. No. If I've done something wrong, I've done something wrong. That's it.
Yeah, but what do you want from me? Do you want me to apologize or to take accountability for it?
I think the reality is this: that when it comes to Jackie,
she's gonna take accountability.
She needs to take both. And even if
I think everybody wants an apology, they don't want accountability. And sometimes I'm not sorry. But I did call you a stupid, ugly bee, and I will take accountability for that. I am to be held accountable for calling you a stupid bitch. But if you want me to apologize for it, I'm not sorry.
But then that's not taking accountability.
Yeah, it is, because I'm responsible for it, but that doesn't mean I'm sorry for it.
But if somebody's saying this bothered me, which is what Brandy approached her with, she said, I had a problem with you telling me that. And so she was like, but that's how we normally play. But yes, I did do that and that, but that's how we normally play. That's, to me,
that's accountability. That's not an apology.
That's an excuse, once again, for Jackie to move forward and act like her bad behavior is acceptable, and it's not.
That's accountability.
So let's look at the word accountability. Accountability is the state of being held responsible for one's actions.
Yes, that's it.
The obligation to accept that responsibility.
Yes.
Did Jackie do that?
She did not do that, though.
She did. She said, I did do that. I said, I was the one who called you a bee. I was the one who stood up and said you was nasty and ugly. I am being held accountable for my actions. I did that. Now, what y'all saying that y'all want from her is an apology.
No,
And
it can
she-
also
I'm
be
saying
referred to the expectation of being judged on one's performance or behavior.
yeah.
Accountability can have many connotations and can be applied in a variety of contexts, including personal, corporate, and governance. So the thing is this: when Jackie's,
Oh, I know you're not about to try to explain to me
she's
off with no
being held-
definition.
when she's accountable, she held herself accountable. She hasn't done that.
she hasn't. Not to
I'm
me.
sorry. Technically,
According to
she
the definition,
has.
it doesn't make
Technically, she has.
She
Jackie
has,
will say that she did those things. She did it to Brandy twice.
but Busy.
But she's not being held accountable for it.
She no,
Exactly.
y'all don't want accountability. You all want apologies, and those are two different things.
Me saying that I did something is not being held accountable.
Accountable because they
What I'm
know
saying-
when you
what
want to
I'm-
know
what that is,
who
what
is
I was
accountable for
saying.
this. What
Being
so
held
when you
accountable
are
means
when
that
you are saying
I
that you
said
did
this,
something,
and now here's
when
the
you are saying that you
said.
did something, what does that mean?
I'm telling you.
What does that mean?
Me saying that I did something is not being held accountable.
Yes, it is.
No, that's not.
No.
Even, the definition says it. The definition says
Go ahead. It's for who acted upon this. Who did
held
this?
accountable.
Who
Not
did
me
this?
saying that I did something, I'm being held accountable. I have to admit that what I did, and I also have to take the consequence of what I've done.
That's accountability.
But Jackie has not been held accountable because she only said I did this. There was no consequences after that.
Yeah, but that your definition didn't say nothing about no consequence.
She didn't change.
Your definition did not say anything. You just read it. The definition
or the obligation to accept the responsibility.
Yes, I did it.
She didn't hold her responsibility. She just said I did it.
That's your responsibility. You did it.
No. Okay, we're gonna.
And it also says it can also refer to the expectation of being judged on one's performance, or behavior,
and judge me because I'm the one who did it.
Then they're not wrong either.
I'm telling y'all, we can move on.
Go ahead.
We can move on. We can move on. But I am gonna I'm gonna do a different segment, okay, called Classics with Business, because that was my other degree, and I had to learn the etymology. She's taking accountability. She is not apologizing though, and she's not remorseful. And I think that people want apologies, sincere apologies from her. People want her to be They want her to.
Well, then be accepting and being judged about your accountability.
She takes it.
Okay.
She takes it.
I was going to say, I'm not going to be able to get in 2 words here. So I feel like, I agree exactly with Protect My Energy is saying Jackie isn't going to dole out her own consequences, and she's not. And that's what makes her not taking her accountability. So anyway, let's agree to disagree and let's move on.
All right. So then we got, so you want to talk about, so that now Jennifer saying that she's going to have a screening for the party because she wants to make sure that everybody's okay. Oh wait, no, we go backwards. Jennifer said, what's going on with you? Jackie brings up the fact that, hey, your friend called me a prostitute. What is this about that you believe it? Jennifer said, well, I was just trying to figure out like what's going on, but she believed it. She saw her for her own eyes. Outside of that, Jennifer said, look, I want to have a screening for this movie, but I want to make sure that everything is kosher before that happens because this is a business deal. I want to make sure that Zeus Networks know that this is a serious movie that I'm trying to sell to them. So can y'all not fight at this thing? So I'm going to have a parlay so we can figure this out. Jackie was like, I don't know if I want to go to this place because all of these girls, they just is go back and forth. But if you want me to go and cuss these girls out, I can do it. Let's let it happen. So then we get on from that scene. From there, you got what's the next thing? Dev said you have notes.
Hold on. I was trying to look at Ponderosa. Hold on. It was Jacelle. Jacelle takes her son for the suit to get.
Are there any things here? Did you have any photos?
Why are you pulling this up? Remove this.
Did we have any photos or no?
No.
Okay.
So Jacelle, when they went, her son, when they got fitted for suits for the wedding, Jacelle is very overwhelmed with all the options. Like the man was going on about patterns. Do you want stripes? Do you want glitter? Like it was just a lot going on. She asked her son, how did he feel about the wedding? And the son is really happy about Jacelle in this relationship. Clearly, I think her name is Tasha. and him have a really great relationship.
Yeah, I really like that scene.
Yeah, Jocelyn went on about talking about how Tasha treats him like that's her real son, and she likes the relationship that they have together. Jocelyn never wanted to get married, and side note. So for me, I kind of like I went with Jocelyn on this because for me, like when I got married, I never wanted to be married before.
Me neither.
So when I did, it was like really like shocking for me that I actually did it. So I really like connected with Jocelyn on this. She never wanted to get married. She's used to being just being her and her son. And I think with life and in our community, how that goes, like a lot of times, especially if you have a kid, like that's what it is. Like it's me and my baby, that's what it is. Jocelyn said that Tasha makes them feel like a family, and that's why she really wants to get married to Tasha, because of the relationship that Tasha has with her son and how she makes her feel. And for me, this was a really great scene because I think that it opens up the door for people to see what it looks like for us in our community in relationships.
I mean, I that's a hard one for me. No shade to everybody else in the community, but I feel like lesbians are just treated differently than gay men. So I don't know if it really is eye opening, because my family was very open to the lesbians in our family. But if you are a gay male, they're like, boy's supposed to be. So their ideals don't change around gay.
But she wasn't talking about her family. She's talking about like her personal journey.
Well, because you're saying you think that it opens up or puts an eye on the LGBTQIA experience, and
because I think for me, like when I said, when she said, I was like, man, like when I got married, before I got married, I never wanted to be married before.
Okay,
but she met someone who she felt like she wanted to be married to, and Tasha treats her son like that's her own son, and so like it kind of in that space, like I have a stepdaughter, and like to this day I still talk to her, and we have a grandson at this point. But I felt like when she said that, I connected with that.
I hear what both of you guys are saying, especially you two, Busy, because I agree. I believe in, not in, just as, an ally, but, I know that in the Black community, especially, it is viewed the way exactly what you just said. Like if you're a lesbian, it is somewhat, especially nowadays, much more acceptable instead of being a Black gay man. All of a sudden you're like, what? And it's kind of like I do see exactly what you're saying. I did love the scene because that has not been my experience, so I have not heard a lot, especially Black women talking about how their partner made their kid feel like a family in that way. I so I've not heard that, but I completely understand what you're saying too, Busy.
Lesbians are very different than gay men. It's a totally different experience.
It's because of misogyny.
I think that they also like their relationships are very different as well too.
Oh, I don't know nothing about lesbians.
I know a lot of lesbians, so that's why I say that. They be in relationships like tomorrow, and then we do it too.
Yeah, I would say so do gay people.
But we do too. But lesbians is very different. I think I just experienced a lot of different lesbian relationships because I have a lot of lesbian friends. We do it, but
I don't want to know. I had made a mistake and got into lesbian TikTok one time. I don't know how I got over there. And I was trying to get out. I was like, this is correct. You know how I got into lesbian TikTok by mistake? You with those people that I used to watch eating, the ones who broke up. Because you showed me stuff, and I was like, why are these lesbians on my timeline now?
But the thing is, like, they're in relationships again right now.
I can't.
Like,
so
let's
move on. It's a whole different thing, but it was a cute scene. I mean, Glorilla, because she's so beautiful. I was thinking to myself, what if I wanted to her? And I was like, hey, just want to let you know you're gorgeous. Oh, thank you very much. I would be like, what the hell?
I think one thing I want her to stop saying is like, it's so hard.
You said what?
Yeah.
I want her to stop saying like everything is so hard for her. Like when it comes to like the marriage, and
it seemed very childish. And I know that man who was doing the clothes was like, why are you telling me all of this? When she was like, to be honest, this is my first time doing any of this, and I really wish my fiance was here.
I think it was because she was overwhelmed.
That
she was overwhelmed.
And I get that, but like every single scene we see her in when she's doing this wedding, it's like It's so hard. I wish Tasha was here. Tasha needs to come back. Tasha needs to plan. Tasha needs to do. Tasha needs to do. And I'm like, girl, listen.
And it's not like all she needed to do is find a
overseas playing basketball right now. She cannot be here, and I understand that you want her to be there, but like,
it's a lot of stress that she's
hard. Like, planning a wedding is hard, regardless.
You also have to recognize too, so that not only is she, doing, her partner is not around with her. She's not in her city. She does not have her family.
Yeah, she doesn't have her child.
Support. Yeah, she doesn't have her normal support.
I get that, but I want her to stop telling us that it's so hard. It makes it feel like it's not a good relationship.
It is hard, but she could hire a wedding planner. How about that?
I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying I want her to stop saying it so hard.
Well, and Cindy is saying that it, but it is.
My son came into town. Gotta get a suit. It's so hard. Tasha needs to be here. I gotta do all this planning. It's so hard. I wish Tasha was here. You know what? I gotta go upstairs. It's so hard. I wish Tasha was like. I want her to stop saying that because it makes me feel like it's not a good relationship.
Yes, but she's just also saying, in my opinion, I hear what you're saying, but I think, in my opinion, and then we can move on. I just feel like she's just saying she wishes her partner was playing a bigger role in planning their wedding, and she didn't want to do it.
But then Tasha started doing it. She was like, she want. Are we in this thing still? Where they were talking about the wedding when Tasha was on the phone, she was like, I want, me, you, the kids, and the stepdaughter. Was it the same scene?
Yes.
No, this was after.
Oh no, this was after.
I'll wait then.
So then we get Evelyn, Jennifer, and Brandy. They are out there bonding at the gym. They say, "Hey, are you excited about your wedding? What are you doing right now? You just trying to tone up and get yourself together for the wedding?" Talking to Jennifer. She was like, "Yeah." Jennifer, I don't know if it was edited this way or she just was very crafty in how she was trying to breeze through some of the stuff. Because she was like, "There's just a lot going on, with the case and stuff." And Brandy was like, "Wait, what?" No, just a situation. But anyway, she got off of
she was
role in August, so that's gonna be so great for September, so then nobody can stop us. But Dee has a lot that's going on with this restitution stuff, and they were like, "Wait, what? Well, that's easy. It's not a lot of money, right? Well, it's over $250,000, but the wedding cost that much, so it's not really that serious." It was like she was trying to breeze through.
She was
any of the stuff and trying to highlight it with a wedding thing. So it's like when he gets off in August, but September is right when the wedding's coming, so that's gonna be great. And he still has to pay this restitution. It's not a lot of money. It's $250,000, but the wedding costs that much, so we're still gonna be able to afford the wedding and things are gonna go well. So it just feels like she's not too comfortable. She says she wants to help him, but it seems like or sounds like he doesn't want help because she was like, "Hey, I've been trying to tell him I can help you. I have some money I can put into it."
That's not what she said. What she said was because Brandy asked her Brandy asked if she's going to help him. Just said, "I will contribute in some capacity."
Yeah, but I've been telling him. She didn't say she gave him anything yet.
She didn't. But also, I went through some deep dives on this man on YouTube.
Right.
And
come on, make it make sense.
What Jennifer said, no, it wasn't make sense. Make it make sense. I think I seen his after I seen the one that Make It Make Sense got it from. Just in the chat. But the lady that had did it was saying that he only owed like $12,000. And then, so I'm trying to figure out why he's telling Jennifer a different amount.
And that's what the problem is. And I think that is, to kind of cover up it's ironically the same amount that he owes in restitution as him in planning this wedding. I really was, I immediately went to Scammer. And I think from what you were saying, Busy, that Jennifer was kind of trying to glaze over it because she wants to be in this love bubble. But once again, like I've said so many times, is that she is not a good judge of character for partners.
Yeah, we talked about this a lot.
Yes, and I feel like as far as her, and I want her to be happy, but I want it to make sense. At her age, she should be better at choosing. You know what I'm saying? Like there are red flags, like all over the field, and I'm not even a sports girl, but so I don't know when the red flags come out, but they're everywhere, and it's been that way since the beginning.
I don't want Jennifer to pay this man's
restitution.
anything on his restitution.
Yeah. I agree, but then it's like when Jen is finally having a minimal bit of success, like she's trying to do her little movie projects, but she did a whole documentary on scammers, and she's tied to one right now. It just does not make sense to me. There's excuses that she's overlooking. $250,000 in restitution, even if it was only 12,000 or 1,200 or whatever, then what? I he still owes money for he still owes money. What happened? Oh, you guys are disappearing. What's happening?
I think it's crazy. Oh my God, I'm here. Can you hear me, Cindy?
I can hear you. I can't see you anymore. And Busy's gone.
I know. No, this is why I don't want to use this laptop, because I don't know what's happening.
What happened?
But I'm still here. I'm still here.
Okay. I was just going to say.
Left out for a minute.
Oh, got it. I just wanted to say that I don't understand why she can't see these issues as issues. And again, also, she's marrying a man that has children. We never hear them talk about the children. She's only talking about the wedding. Nobody cares about the wedding, ma'am. Like
well, I don't know if that's true. I do care about the wedding. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm sick, so I had to go.
All that
no, that's
cares
okay.
about.
I just feel, but again, she is all about the materialism of it all, and I know that is her. We've seen it throughout all of these years, but the fact that she can't see these major red flags, they're everywhere. They're flying everywhere. So, she was like, well, I didn't know the amount. Like, ma'am, you took a ring being it. You don't even know him like that.
I think she is. So I always had questions about how Jennifer Williams, because she still stays in like this elitist, like the money's there. Where's she getting it from? Only the Lord knows, apparently. Right. So I think she has her own, and sometimes she's looking to fall in love. And
I get that. It's nothing wrong with the love part. I get that, Busy.
She missed the signs because of it.
The signs of, yes, and I think that she could see that when she was, like you were saying, both Ev and Brandy were giving her faces like alarm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's why she was like, oh, it was only 2. And they were like, what? Like, I think she's probably so embarrassed and tired of being wrong, because she has been linked to, like, all of her relationships have been horrible, except for the Jelani one, and we don't even know if that one was real. I
really wanted Jelani, like, for myself.
Me too. Oh.
That man was so fine. That man was so fine.
Yes, we definitely can agree on that.
So I mean, I think I'm going to hope for the best for her. It seems weird. I know that people are doing deep dives into everything that's going on. I mean, she got a lot of success off of that. I mean, I even heard about it outside of any of these shows, about all of that stuff that was happening with her and that man who killed or unalived somebody.
Yes,
she was dating him, and the scandals with the people with the cars on the stuff. So maybe
the sweetie pie guy.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to do another documentary. So we don't know who's actually the person who's being swindled here.
But even when they were in the counseling with the pastor, like, they were pointing out things that I just, as a mature woman, I know that these are issues, like the way that they communicate and what their deal breakers are. Like, she doesn't want to ask any real questions, and yet she's ready to go and jump the broom with this man just because he gave her a diamond. Like,
when is Jennifer's birthday?
I don't know. I think, didn't we look her up, or so Deb looked her up and she was like, I don't know, Gemini. I don't remember.
Is she a Gemini?
I can't remember what her sign is. Let me look her up. Because
I felt like a lot of it was that she is more about. I felt like a lot of the talk during the session was more so about how her emotional maturity, or her how much she provides and emotionally, and the fact that she doesn't open up, she doesn't talk, she doesn't say anything, which then in turn no shade, because I just went no, this is to my partner because I know he's watching, but no shade to him. But he's like the same way, like in dating, I had so many things that I wanted to know. I was asking questions. I was trying to figure out what's going on. Who are you? What's going? And he was like, "Well, we just figure it out throughout the way." So he didn't ask no questions.
Okay.
So, but like, so, and he's not asking questions, and then he's not going to answer any questions.
I see.
So it was, but it wasn't like a shade to me or anything that he was doing to me. It was like that's just his personality, and I think he's one of the best people. If he was talking to everybody all day about how great he is, he should be because he's amazing. But his thing is, I don't know you, you don't know me. We'll figure it out.
But again, at this point, how long were you guys together, Busy, before you guys got engaged?
3.5 years.
Okay, so there's my next point. She's barely known this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You guys have had time for you to learn his personality, for you to learn his likes and dislikes, you know, for you to know that he's not going to share those things, you know, immediately. But she does not wait until she gets to that point. And she, at this point, as a woman of a certain age, I know better than to give myself like, look, it's great being in the honeymoon stage and wanting to have the love, but there are certain things that at a certain age you should be able to look at it and say, this doesn't seem right. You know, like I was engaged before. I never wanted to be married, but my ex, he had 2 sons. I mean, we had to spend summers with the boys. Like, you know, their moms were like, who is this woman being around our kid?
Yeah.
And so why are his kids' moms being like that? This man is all on TV and all in every interview with her. And it's kind of like, do you know her like that to have her be a stepmom or to watch your kid? I would be afraid that, you know, Jennifer would forget about him because she saw a Gucci bag or something. You know what I mean?
Y'all stay right there.
or she saw a Rolls Royce and she'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I left him at the store. Somebody."
Oh my God! I just bought it off the line. I lied. I forgot all about them.
Right. That's how I see her being. So I'm just concerned. The whole thing concerns me, and I just looked it up. Busy, and she was born September 17th.
Oh my gosh, she has the same birthday as one of my best friends.
Really? So what sign is that?
I'm sorry, that's a Virgo. That's the Virgo.
A Virgo. Okay.
She has the same birthday as one of my best friends. So I'm surrounded by Virgos.
So Deb loves to say.
They're my opposite sign. And they're supposed to be part of my soulmates.
Got it.
So I say each one of my Virgo friends are one of my soulmates. Whatever tie they have to me, they stay. And every time I meet a Virgo, unfortunately, they stay in my life.
They stay.
They don't go anywhere. It doesn't matter if I hate them, love them, whatever. Like, and we have close bonds, and because they're not going to go anywhere. So I'm surprised that she's acting like this.
I'm a Leo. I wonder if I all of my years, I wonder if I was supposed to have a soulmate because that did not really happen.
But Leos are so different. I would not have picked you as a Leo.
No, wait. My mom and my best friend are both Sagittariuses, and they feel like soulmates to me. All of my men, most of them, let me just say, it's not like it's thousands like Evelyn.
All of my men, girl, go ahead.
But again, I am not ashamed of my sexuality, but my men, a lot of them, most of them actually have been Tauruses, which was my dad's sign. And us both being fire signs, eventually just doesn't work.
Yeah. So. I love Tauruses. I love Tauruses. I didn't know you were a Leo.
I'm a Leo.
A Leo and Pisces, it can be several things.
That's so interesting.
I mean, I love Leos.
I was gonna say I don't think I know many Pisces.
Yeah, I love Leos to a point.
Oh, what did we do wrong for you now?
It's not that y'all know that they do anything. I think we put out each other. Like I'm water, I put out fire, or Leo could come and boil my water. But sometimes we just come together and we make smoke and we can make something magical. But you have to find the right Leo. And I think only my brother has been the only person who, like, I can put out his fire because I know I'm like, that's not smart. We're not doing it. And then sometimes he made me so angry what his decisions are. But when we are together, we have the most fun.
Right.
So it just depends on like the type of Leo.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe is he a very extroverted
My brother, no, yes, yeah. My brother's like me, but more attention seeking and getting.
Okay, so I'm not like that. So maybe that's kind of Leo that you're talking about. My grandma and my cousin were those kinds of Leos. So I'm surrounded by them. So but I
it's
don't
a
like
whole
them.
lion family.
Yes, it's a very, very extended lion family. And so Deb told me that I need to you know, pick an emoji. And so I was like, to do a lion, because that's me.
Come on, lion. Can you say something, Deb?
Can y'all hear me? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
guess.
you do.
I don't
Yes.
know what's happening with my laptop right now, y'all. This is why I didn't want to use this one.
Oh no.
All right, so I was trying to get an Uber Eats order in so I can get some super stuff.
But I heard that was about the Virgo thing, and I just
we already passed that. We got to go to the
no,
next
no, no.
part.
I'm here now.
I
I want to talk about it. Jennifer is a Virgo.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a thing with us.
Oh no. He's gone and you're back. Go ahead.
I hate that he keeps doing this to me. There's a thing with the Virgo thing, and this is why I probably really love Jennifer, because we are like lovers. Like when we stuck on something, we stuck on it. And shout out, y'all, check my vlog channel. You can see a lot of this stuff with me when it comes to me. I understand Jennifer.
Yeah. But even with the red flags, like, you just hit a milestone age. You don't just sit there and overlook all of these red flags that are flying around, right? Even if you have all the love, you would still overlook. You would. So damn, you would. No.
I can't say that that's not true.
About $250,000,000 restitution and these unknown kids that we don't know about. Like, I mean, we know about them, but
I feel like if we know the story,
wow,
we're gonna go with it.
No. in this shorter period of time, like even Busy said that he was with his fiance for like 3.5 years. She barely knows.
I literally, Cindy, when me and my ex-husband got together, we moved in like 3 days.
Wow.
So yes, I can understand it.
Okay. I
think when we feel like we found that person, like
you're just ready to go. You don't care.
It's go time. Let's go.
Wow. Okay.
So I do understand Jennifer. This is why I really cannot fault Jennifer in this relationship.
But
because
she has had so many horrible relationships. You were only.
I want to go to Jelani.
Okay.
And I wish that I could pull up our Jelani video, but it's not a busy thing. But I wish I could put my Jelani video. I really wish that Jennifer would have picked Jelani.
Yeah, me too.
In the gap.
Well, we're in agreement with that. We know that.
But I think too, like, I mean, she likes the excitement of this kid, and I feel like Jelani was too stable for her because I think that she is so used to having
chaos.
Yep. And dysfunction was what I was going to say, but she's used to dysfunctional relationships. So I think Jelani felt too boring, quote unquote.
Well, I think that Jelani was like, it wasn't a real story.
Well,
your mom is not a real story. Okay. So moving up from there, we get Evelyn and Brooke. And Evelyn says that she wants to talk to Brooke because she wanted to make sure that she understands, wait, Evelyn wants to talk to Brooke. Because of the Cheyenne situation, to see what, like, tell her what's going on, tell her how she felt, see what the middle part is. I hope I'm not messing things up. She talks about her.
You're right.
She talks about her going to the gym with Brandy and Jennifer. And she was like, hey, I just want to let you know that, Brandy was there. And Brooke was like, oh, really? So this is what, if we talk about age and maturity, this is what's bothering me. Mm-hmm. And I know this lady lost her daughter.
Right.
Everybody coddling this woman, for Jackie not to be around and all this stuff, because there's red flags. If I were a friend to Brooke, if I liked her, because I actually dislike her right now, I just something about her seems disingenuous, and I don't get it. I don't feel it. But if I liked her and if I was a friend to her, knowing how much we coddle her because she lost her daughter and there's so much going on with her marriage and all of these things, and if we're going to treat her like the most fragile glass and make sure we're protecting her and surrounding her with love and affection, attention and all of that stuff, then there another red flag is like when my father died. Well, no, I don't want to talk about that. When something traumatic happens in your life, the first thing you don't do is make drastic decisions.
Right.
Where you live, what you're about to do, what your job is,
Yep.
what relationship you try to stay as stable as possible. You have people surrounding you, helping you not to jump the shark and just do random decisions.
You're right.
And she lost her daughter. She got divorced, which is another major thing.
Yep.
And I think we should be waiting at least a year and a half or two between those situations just alone before you're like, yep, I think about to get married, new tattoos, I'm about to get tattoos up. Nobody's saying, girl, sit down.
I agree.
I think it looks different for everybody. Like, no. I don't think that there's like a formula of what that looks like.
Literally, that's what professionals say. So like psychiatrists say that you need to give yourself time to grieve. Look at how.
But that's a psychiatrist. I'm saying like with a regular person.
Hey, can Cindy talk?
No, I'm saying, but with a regular person, a psychiatrist probably would say that. It's a psychiatrist.
And I've lived it, honey. I've lived it. And he's absolutely right. You should not be making major life changes when you've had traumatic events happen, especially like he said, you made a great point, Busy. The two that she's had, those are two losses. And so right now, when you've had those kind of major losses, and I've lost a lot of people, you are not yourself. Literally, like when my mom passed away, it was like it took me 5 years before the bubble hit me that okay, she's gone. You know what I mean? Like I knew she
that's
was
different though. That's your mom.
No. And I wound up quitting my job that I had.
But that's your mom, Cindy.
But
that's different.
But she lost her child and her husband.
Yeah.
She lost her child.
I think that it looks different for everybody. There's no formula for what that actually looks like. I can't say that. I mean, I can agree that like what you went through, like you went through that and other people went through things, but it's not the same for everybody else.
But look at the same thing that Jen, when she lost her mom and then she lost that dog. We heard about that dog for 2 seasons.
Oh my God, that hurt. That was her baby because she don't have children.
That was her baby. That was like her security blanket. I don't feel like it's different. I feel like what Busy said is absolutely right. And again, like I said,
so after the marriage is over, like she has to take time.
Yes.
She's not even in her right.
I just don't feel so. I'll say for me, like I feel like I did that.
I was gonna say 2 years from now, she's probably gonna look back on these things and be like, "Oh my God!" Like
it's too many at once. It's too.
I don't feel like I did that.
You said what?
I didn't do that.
And your life is still a mess because you needed to take that time.
It's actually not my
because you needed to take that time.
My dating life is not. I mean, I've dated, but like, I think that my expectations are very different. So I could now. I'm taking back what I said. I can see why Brooke is doing what she's doing because, to be honest, it's like, how long? Like, I'm gonna sit around for 2 years, 2 months, all this time, and somebody shows up that I connect with, and we're watching the show, so like I can't even say that this is a real connection. But in reality, like if this is the case, like I wouldn't do that. I would do the same thing that Brooke's doing.
But you didn't do that in your real life. You got a divorce, and then in your real life, you were like,
I was dating like a month later.
Yes, but you still didn't marry somebody. What she's doing is going from I'm erasing this tattoo and this is the man for me.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm agreeing with you, but I'm also not agreeing with you.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Like, again, I feel like listen, I agree. I do agree that it seems very crazy, but also it's like Brooke is up in age. And like, how long am I supposed to wait before I find somebody else? Like, I'm not a spring chicken at this point anymore.
It was 1 full year that she kept talking about. I don't know.
I don't feel like she loved that man for real.
Okay, but it still took her time to actually say, yes, I've decided to divorce.
Whose phone is that?
What?
The vibrating. Is that your phone?
My phone's not vibrating.
My phone isn't either.
Okay.
But anywho, yeah, like it took her all of this time. We had to watch this, long drawn out situation with the back and forth, whether she liked him or not. She was married to the man, and now we have to go backwards and be like, zoom forward and remove tattoos. And this is the man. It seems like she's ready for another ring already.
But this is a man we never even seen yet, right?
We haven't even seen him. And again,
right.
It's just kind of like she's still like flying balloons for her daughter. Like, it's too much going on. I don't think that she should be making these big decisions. I agree with Busy. I'm sorry.
She need not to be there.
It says dating isn't moving in with someone. Dating is socializing. She's locking in with a new boo and not the bag boo. A who boo.
I don't even know where you're going.
I don't know.
It's too much, and I don't like the lady, and I feel like it's too much going on. And somebody who was there with her, should have at least said, or at least people who are around her, like Evelyn, and everybody's clamoring for you shouldn't have did this, and how dare you talk to Jackie and this and that. There are other issues that y'all should be worried about.
Right.
Okay, and she's extremely focused on the things that she's upset with. Jackie's triggering her, but she's jumping the gun with tattoos and all of these. Y'all worried about the wrong stuff.
Right.
I will agree with, like, I don't think it's healthy.
Yeah. I
don't think it's healthy, but does it happen? Yes. I don't think it's healthy, but yeah.
Because if I was there with her getting her tattoo, I'd say, well, okay, why are we getting this tattoo removed?
Right.
Because if she brings up any man, then we'd keep it on.
Yeah.
Because you need to be in the space right now where you are focusing on you. Because sometimes you try to mask all of these other things that you have problems with.
That's right.
I mean, or you try to use these other things to mask the issue that you're trying not to deal with. Exactly. And it'll take you longer to get over the fact that either you lost a marriage or a relationship, you lost a child, you lost a parent, you lost a friend, whatever the big damage that was done. You have to deal with that, and you can't mask it with these other situations.
Right.
I moved to Vermont when my daddy died. Why did I need to go there? No reason. Right. No reason. Okay, now I moved to a whole nother state with all these white people. No reason. And that was the dumbest decision ever, because I should never have made that decision. Yep. I should never have been there. I should never have been there.
Like I said earlier, when my mom passed, I quit my job. I literally woke up and was like, I don't want to see everybody, because it was around the holidays. So I was like, I don't want to see everybody knowing
with their families and stuff.
I don't want to see it. I don't want them knowing my story. I'm just very private. And so everybody knew, like my whole office knew that I lost my mom. Right. So when the holidays came, everybody was like, are you okay? Are you doing okay? And I was like, I'm good. I'm out.
Yeah. You need more time.
You can't do, and I really was like in a bubble. Like 2 years later, I was like, why did I just do that? Like, why did I just quit my job? You have to take time. You need people surrounding you to tell you to take time to truly think through things and not coddle you. Because if I was one of her friends, I'd be like, okay, Jackie is a B. And that's because everything about Jackie triggers her. So she's very particular in it. But I'm about to get a tattoo. I'm about to move in with this guy. Okay, no, hold on. Because Evelyn's like, well, I'm gonna let her do it. No, so y'all try to guard her from Jackie, but you about to let her just walk into marriage with this random man. No, girl, somebody needs to say to her, wait, pause. Okay, I don't give a fuck about Jackie right now. You say you about to marry him? What's the date? 10/24/4? Girl, that's too much. Right. Yep.
This is too much. And nobody's stopping Brooke. And it's frustrating to me as we get to watch this lady just act haphazardly. And it's really bothering me.
It is. Yeah, I can see that.
But it's also just understandable to me. That's all I'm saying.
It is understandable to make these rash decisions, but Busy is right. You're surrounded by a circle of girls that do have some experience with some of this stuff.
I think
let me just finish. And then to just not just go along with her and meet her at the tattoo shop and be like, is the ink dry?
But even Evelyn said, like, I just want her to have fun. Like,
and that's okay.
But that's not having fun.
But Evelyn was talking about the man that she's trying to marry.
But that's not having fun.
That's not
no.
Evelyn.
I'm saying that Evelyn was saying she didn't.
I understand that, but Evelyn is wrong. She is what she's doing is trying to mask, like Busy said earlier, mask the pain. You know, again, nobody wants to sit there and cry all day.
I'm agreeing, Cindy. I'm agreeing with what y'all are saying.
Uh-huh.
I feel like what Evelyn said, I might have been chopped a little bit, but what she said.
Oh, you're a producer now?
Huh? No, because if you watch the episode, you go back and watch it. She was like, you know, my girl Brooke, she met this man. She's like, I just want to have fun. To me, I feel like everyone's like, I don't think that she should be doing this. Like, have a little bit of fun in between, like trying to figure out what's going on.
But say that to her,
right?
You should have been. She should have been at that tattoo shop. So I mean, and I know it's important to get the tattoo, or maybe it's. To be honest, maybe it's not. I dated a whole lot of people, and I got people's name tattooed on me. Don't ask, don't tell. It's you need to get down to that. If y'all say y'all care about her, like y'all say y'all care about her.
I agree with you, Busy.
There are more questions that people should be asking. There are more things that should be being done. If y'all, because she done fought with Brandy about Jackie. How dare you? But then we're watching this girl. It seems like she's about to get engaged again.
Okay, but then that's hold on. You're right, Busy. But what I'm saying is that's why what was skipped in the second episode was that they did have, like I said from the first episode, that they did have that one-on-one talk. They did. Brandy and Brooke did have that one-on-one talk, and I felt like Jacille and Ev, being her, bodyguards, did not help. But I was happy when they had that talk, so they could come to a common ground. And basically, they were saying what you're saying, And I like that Brandy was the one, being like, I get it now. I understand.
Shout out to Brandy.
I get your point. Like she was like, I see your point. She was just like, I get it, and so I'm gonna back off. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? And I felt like that's all that is needed. I feel like, some of your frustration, Busy, from what you're saying with Brooke is that, Brooke, I wonder what size she is. She's a lot like me. Like she is going through something. Yeah, I want to know. It's like I feel like she is going through a lot, but she's not going to be punked while she's going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's which probably some of the frustration you're getting is that she is like, being feisty. She's standing up for herself instead of being like, I'm just gonna lay down and let this happen. To Deb's point, people do grieve differently, but yeah, making major decisions, I think it is appropriate for them to kind of step in and be like,
Brooke is a Cancer.
Oh, she's a Cancer. So
and those people are emotionally manipulative.
Yeah, she's
I can't take
emotional. Yeah, she's very emotional. Got it.
They're emotionally manipulative. Those people are crazy. They are emotionally manipulative, and that's why the people are around her like, "Oh, Brooke, we need to help you, girl." And so she's using Jackie as a shield. Oh no, Jackie!
But she's why I'm making
me so that she could go and act crazy by herself because they're emotionally manipulative.
But it also makes sense why I'm making excuses for Brooke because Cancer and Virgo are perfect
together.
So
okay.
that's probably why I'm doing that.
I can't. So then we move from there. We go to they said they're gonna be having a parlay. Brooke says she's not sure if she's gonna go because she gotta bring up Jackie. She's about to get married tomorrow, but I don't know if I could go because Jackie may be there. It's just so much because Jackie. So I'm not sure. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, so then we get to the parlay. Everyone is showing up. Jackie comes in and she brings Cheyenne. Now I'm okay. Cindy, because I'm gonna need a woman's perspective on this.
Mm-hmm.
Was she supposed to look like that in that shirt she had on? Because I didn't like it.
No.
Ooh.
That
Cheyenne.
She looked like she was going out on a date somewhere. Why do we have all of the chest out?
What was this?
What was this?
Let me go see what the fuck she had on because I'm just.
She had this cleavage thing.
I'm about to look at it.
And then she didn't even look good in the shirt.
She did not look good in the shirt. It looked like she was wearing a clam, and it looked like she was going on a clam date.
I just want to make sure I wasn't being rude because I was like, well, maybe this was supposed to look like it. And when she walked in, I was like, why she look like this? Right. And then also she just looked like, for lack of a better term, and I don't know if this is a good word to say or not, Actually, so don't say it. She looked just like a reject. Sorry for it. It was like she came in.
Yeah.
Hi.
She just to me she immediately looked like Sunday to me.
She gave sedated a little bit.
Yeah, a little
And
bit.
I was like,
no
why
one
is
hanging
she
out
here?
with her and Jackie. They probably did get drunk before. you know that's what Jackie always has her brown liquor, honey, when she is trying to gear up. And
That
when she has
Broussard.
the Broussard, when Jackie walks in with her sunglasses on to an event, we know that she's had her brown liquor.
She just came from behind. Hey guys, she looked she looked sedated. I didn't know what was going on. I will say I love how Jennifer stood on business. She was like, well, I didn't know she was coming. And there's no seat for you.
Yeah, she was like, we don't have a seat.
There's no seat. Jackie's like, well, we'll just pull this up. Like, I would feel so bad about myself if I was.
Oh
She should have excused herself.
Because I would have been like,
she offered to do that.
This is weird. You guys should actually, get yourselves together and communicate, and then we'll have our things after. Because it was even embarrassing her sitting down, and Jennifer was like, I don't even want you to talk. Is that okay? I know you got a lot of stuff going on with a lot of the other people, but how about you just sit there and look cute?
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah.
But she wasn't even looking cute. That's the problem.
Jennifer said say cute and mute.
Yeah, just say cute and mute. Don't that's embarrassing. You look sedated. Your outfit is a mess. We had to pull up a chair for you because there was no place setting. And then we told you, Jennifer said, hey, can you just don't even talk.
Don't talk. Yeah.
I did not pick up on what she had on.
She looked a mess.
It was a
mess. Looked a mess. She's supposed to be the secret surprise coming in.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey guys. She'll grant you 3 wishes though.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying with the sunglasses? Hello.
Yeah.
Jackie came in with her sunglasses.
Oh, poor Cheyenne.
You know that they must have had something to drink.
That was hard.
So then they get down.
That Broussard is not good for Jackie or anybody else that she has one in her.
I don't drink brown liquor, so I don't know.
Me neither.
So after Jennifer said, "Hey, you who just got the play setting, you better not say nothing. Please don't say nothing."
I love that Jen said that because typically back in the day she would not say that.
Yeah, she was like, "No, I remember the last time I was out with y'all had us looking ghetto out there in Crenshaw." Okay, and I will never be like that again. So can you, ma'am, don't say nothing, okay?
Right.
So then they started, and here goes Jack. I love Jackie. I'm sorry, it's the campiness.
Oh.
I don't have any issues with anyone. I know that you said this, but I'm gonna call this a Ponderosa, and Jennifer says, but it's not a Ponderosa, it's a parlay. Yeah, but I call them Ponderosa, but none of your Ponderosas have been successful. Well, it doesn't look like this is gonna be successful either.
Wow.
What? Why? Because what did she say? She said it's cold and dry. It looks cold and dry. Girl, if you're gonna give us camp, and you're gonna give us theatrics, if you're trying to make TV, this ain't the way to do it. Okay, and nobody's gonna remember a parlay.
None of Jackie's Ponderosas have worked.
They haven't, but they've always been great.
No.
When I say I get so excited when Jackie says let's have a Ponderosa, I say sorry y'all. I know you're gonna be in the hospital tomorrow for chemo, but I have to be at I gotta watch Basketball Wives.
No.
I want to be there. I have to see. Excuse me, y'all.
Wait a minute. Sorry.
I want to be there. I gotta see it.
Go ahead and cough because that CP.
God was like, "Shut up."
I just think that it's
up off the stroll. I love it.
I just think that it's weird that Jackie uses Ponderosa and it doesn't mean anything about a conversation.
It doesn't mean anything about a conversation.
I love a Ponderosa.
I mean, I like eating a Ponderosa when they had a Ponderosa. It was a great place to eat at. But Ponderosa was not like a conversation.
What does it mean? I thought it was like a gathering of people, right?
So the definition of Ponderosa, it says common and widely distributed tall timber pine of Western North America having dark green needles in bunches of 2 to 5 and thick bark with dark brown plates when mature. It has nothing to do with conversation.
It doesn't, but it's so Jackie. It is a catchphrase for her. So fine, she's changed. She's commandeered Ponderosa as a meeting. Okay,
and I love it. So
it's fine.
Then she says, "Okay, besides the accusations and the problems that people have for me, I don't have any problems with anyone. They have problems with me. So let's let them talk.
She's a lie. I feel like Candy. The lies. The lies.
I think what's easy for her to
definitely
do
has a problem with everyone, which is why she had her stank attitude.
I think what's easy for her to do
and brought her friend that nobody likes.
And didn't need to be there.
And didn't need to be there.
I think I think what's Jackie's formula is, and it seems to be working for her, is I'll let them keep talking about me. So I don't have anything to say. I have no problem. I have nothing wrong with this. It's glitter and sunshine over here. But I heard that these hoes looking for me. Here I go. So I'll let them talk.
First of all, nobody's looking for you, ma'am. You signed a contract to be on the show, so either be in the scene or don't. She was like, let me let you talk, but you keep spilling your tea. So on Twitter or whatever you're doing, people were recording you. So you obviously have a lot to say. If you there,
Evelyn goes first, though.
Let me just say for me. Let me just say for me really quickly. If I don't like you and I have nothing to say, you're gonna act like you're gonna be wondering if you're alive. Oh. You're not gonna hear a peep. But that's just me.
I love that.
I really like this scene when it comes to Evelyn and Jackie, because I mean, you can, if you want to do it, you can. But I feel like what Evelyn was doing, to me, it sounded like a real conversation.
Yep, it's true.
And Jackie wouldn't shut up enough to hear the conversation. And even when Evelyn explained it in the confessionals, it made more sense. And it's like, so when Jackie said on social media, trying to get her out of here, no, baby, you can hear yourself about it here.
Yeah. And I totally agreed with her. But again, I think that she contractually has to show up to some of those scenes. But I really feel in my heart of hearts, and with no proof, I feel like that woman was drunk. She had her glasses on. She said, I'm going to show up for like 3 to 10 minutes and I'm out. Yeah. And I've done the scene.
You want me to do this part? Or you got it.
I mean, I do the show. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Brooke ended up dropping new tea that she ended up finding out about Jack.
We didn't even get to the Ponderosa yet. So then Evelyn starts talking. She said she wants to know how we got here. You were talking about my daughter. I was talking about your daughter. Whose daughter were we talking about? I think that with what. So I'm a little bit on Jackie's side, but then also I understood what Evelyn was talking about, but I also understood what Jackie was talking about, and it was just
what
I did.
I was going to say hell must be freezing over. You could, because again, like she said, we got past it before, but she wouldn't even let the woman speak.
Yeah. So why do you agree with Jackie?
She's acting like a brat throwing a tantrum. Man,
the only reason I agreed with Jackie was it sounded like Evelyn was like, okay, I don't understand why we're here where you're like, you want to slap, because you can like you can not like somebody and like just I want to slap them. Like I just don't, but it's not that serious.
Right.
Evelyn's just like, well, I we've gone through so much now, we got over things, and why are we here?
Right.
And so I understand her trying to figure out how are they mad at each other. Mm-hmm. I think where Jackie is like, okay, girl, but why we got to go all the way back to the daughter thing? Like, we gonna bring up this old stuff again?
Because that's the journey they have traveled as for a friendship.
Yes, and again, as if Jackie would just be quiet and not have the chip on her shoulder, like if she really meant what she said to Brandy, that she was willing to speak with everyone. She just went in there in defense mode. She wasn't trying to hear anything, and so that's why I feel like the one-on-ones are better than the ponderosas and the parlays. But I feel like, Jackie, when she doesn't have anything to run away from, like if her and Ev sat down and had a conversation, I mean, like literally they were at like Shawnee's wedding and Jackie has all these negative things to say. So ma'am, either you want to be on the show or you don't, because they don't want to film with you now.
Right.
But I think because she was probably tipsy, she came in defensive mode and she was just kind of like, yeah, I don't.
Put the bazaar down, Jackie.
No,
I. Well, why are you on Jackie? I want to hear why you on Jackie's side.
The only thing that I agree with, which I feel like she was trying to get at is, but why we gotta go all the way back there? And I think that those are miscommunications and lies. And we talked about this during our last review where I felt like, okay, well, I felt like she didn't talk negatively about someone's daughter. Evelyn brought up people's daughters, but we got over that stuff. Even Evelyn said we got over that stuff. If we want to talk about how are we now, then bring up the slap thing and bring up the slap thing only. We don't need to go all the way back to the daughter. Girl, I'm not going back there anymore. Why are we talking about this? You're trying to rehash this. Girl, if we about to have this parlay, what's the issue? And then Evelyn should have said, I just didn't like the fact that you said you was going to slap me. Why are you saying you're going to slap me? What's going on with the slap? But if you want to say, well, you remember in the beginning, back when the daughter thing happened, girl, we about to go all the way back to the daughter. You talk about when I said that your daughter is a builder whore. Why we doing all of this?
Because I feel like it was an important part of the factor of why they became friends after that. And she's saying, like, listen, we made it through all this stuff. What is the reason you want to slap me for?
I don't want to hear all that. Just ask me about the slap.
No, I feel like it was very important to bring that up.
And again, we cannot police how somebody wants to start a conversation.
Yeah, we can't.
I mean, you have to either be open to hear it or not. So she wasn't open. We get that. And Protect My Energy makes a great point. You know, she did look into her prostitution. so she probably was defensive. But again, then why doesn't she do what she did at Brandy's event and just gracefully bow out and say, I am not ready to speak about this. Period.
And I want to read Protect My Energy's comment. She says, keep in mind that Jackie came in knowing Evelyn saying Jackie was a prostitute. Mm-hmm. I know what the word is. I get her coming in on defense. Jackie has called these women so many things as this same word and everything else. Comes to Drea, to Malaysia, to Evelyn, to all these women. So I'm not going to sit around and be like, oh, because she's been called one now, like, oh, we got to feel bad for Jackie. I just can't.
Well, I don't think she's saying
Jackie has called these women so many things.
But you're right, but I don't think that Protect My Energy is saying that, you know, I feel like she's just saying that's why she came in defensively. And I get that. But again, like you said, so Deb, she's called them everything, you know, other than a child of God. Okay.
Right.
But again, so I don't think that it's feeling sorry for her, but it just kind of, what she's saying is it kind of explains why she was defensive. Now, again, I always expect these conversations to be mature, but then again, we wouldn't have a show. And I just wish that Jackie would have been, you know, like her moments where she has actually been open to the conversation. And, you know, like the last Ponderosa was kind of a joke with Malaysia, with her having all of her goods in the background. Like, what are you doing? I don't think she even takes these conversations seriously anymore. So that's why I think it would be better. The time would be better spent if they had one-on-one conversations, and then we could all move on with life.
I'm just not falling for the fact that Jackie feels like she's offended by being called a prostitute.
Right.
Because, baby, you've called all these women prostitutes.
I don't think that she's offended. I think that she's still carrying over the situation from all the gang up that she got on for the reunion, which she deserved, honestly.
Yeah, but I think what I'm saying is this: like, this is the story that she's giving us right now, and if that's what the case is, like, I don't feel bad for you at all because you said it about these women, all these women, most of the women that you've been on the show with before even Evelyn came onto the show.
I don't think she feel bad, and I don't think
that she about Drea.
Oh, but she actually was a. So I said that
busy.
I don't feel bad for her, and I don't think she feels bad for her. I agree with Protect My Energy. I feel like she already came in being like, these girls about to bring up that stuff on the phone. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this this lady who began her back blown out by dogs to sit here and say what they need to say. Please, so all that Jackie was like, girl, we're not going backwards. There was no name calling her anything, but Evelyn did. She took no time to be like, see you later, little sex worker. Jackie didn't go in there, call nobody no name, no say nothing, no do nothing.
But Jackie has done it before.
She has done it before. Yes. She has done it before. Yes. I'm talking about the scene.
But but I think it was because Ev was just laughing at her and making fun of her at that point. Yeah. So it was like, okay, since we're not gonna have a serious conversation, I'm gonna say, you know, exactly, buy a little sex worker.
And I'm with Evelyn on one. I'm gonna stand with Evelyn on that because, baby, you can call us one, and we don't even have documentation of us being one, but we have documentation of you being one by a little sex worker.
I mean, I'm with Evelyn too. It takes one to know one. I'm sure she could point one out.
It's not a take one. No one. There's no documentation of Evelyn being a sex worker, but there is one for Jackie.
Now.
Okay, well. Count the numbers. Okay, so then she decides that she is going to leave and she wants to call her a sex worker. And then Brooke shows up. Now I'm telling y'all, I'm sorry. I know she don't have nothing to do with this show, but it gave Mona Scott Young when Jackie left and then Brooke came. I was like, "What is this, honey?"
I was too. I ain't gonna lie, I was too.
I said, "This is Mona Scott. This has Mona Scott Young written all over. It was just given too scripted."
It felt like
Jackie left, and then Brooke's like, "Hey, girls, she's coming in." Looking like a little sex worker. I just didn't get it.
Hey, I think that Brooke is beautiful. Are you?
She is gorgeous.
Okay.
What was this outfit for the parlay?
It was not cute.
It was giving. I'm wearing my sweater and I don't give a F.
It wasn't a sweater.
It was a fur. She had on one of Evelyn Lozada's things with a fur.
It was.
Well, that's what I meant. Like sweater, fur, whatever. She had on. She had on something that she was just like, I'm going to the grocery store. And I don't give a F about this woman, this old lady, and I'm coming in my fighting clothes. Okay, so her spandex was ready to move, and she could just sling that fur off. Okay,
it was just too.
I'm looking at the bodysuit from Evelyn.
She looked stupid. She looked tacky. I didn't like it.
She did not look stupid.
She did to me. She looked stupid. Everybody else was dressed regularly, and then here she comes looking like she's about to come out of a Sierra music video.
She didn't want to be there, but all right.
I'm agreeing with Busy on this.
She looking like she's going from a sexy video, a video shoot. What is this, girl?
Well,
so
she had on what I cared is what she said, and I was like, ooh.
Can you imagine that you being a server? Do you want water or like what girl? Just like this girl coming up next to the stage. So okay, so y'all know I'm in and out with this series.
All, let me just tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like for 2 seasons, most of them was wearing lycra and spandex. So I don't really care.
This too much.
I mean, I just feel like when Brooke came in so late with that on, it was like noticeable though. It was like, damn, like
that to me looked like I don't care to be here, and I'm just gonna spill this tea.
I hated it.
Did you? All right.
I really seriously did.
Do better.
You said what?
I feel like Brooke could do better.
Well, in her mental state right now, I feel like she should come dressed like that, naked next time. To be honest.
Well, I was gonna say she also is a fashion girl.
I love you, Brooke. I just
she must not have felt fashionable, and I feel like once again, when you don't care, you just come like in whatever. And that's just my personal opinion. As a woman, like if I know I might be getting into it, I'm not going to come in my best stuff because you're not going to rip up my stuff. Okay.
She did come in her best Fashion Nova. A Temu.
So I think that was from Evelyn's line.
So she. Okay, let's get to this. I'm gonna go through it. She says that she sat down and she was ready to spill the tea. She seemed a little too comfortable knowing that Jackie wasn't there, which is why I feel like some of this part was very. So it just gave Mona Scott Young. It gave some part. It gave scripted because as soon as Jackie leaves, then Brooke comes in high spirits. Like not even like she came in like I'm very nervous. We're gonna see what happens at this Ponderosa.
She's not nervous because she
came in high spirit, but she's been so triggered.
The reality is that we actually also heard this because who was it? Not British. What's her name?
Which one? Say it again, Deb.
Sunday went online and actually said the same stuff that Brooke said on the show.
So
did she?
Yeah, she did. We talked about it on my channel.
Like yesterday? No,
this was like when this actually really happened.
Oh, really happened. Oh, like
yeah, we talked about it on my channel.
You're right.
Sunday actually said these things, so it's what Brooke said is not a lie.
I don't care about that. So I'm gonna say this. In the scene, she sits down. She says she's done talking. Everybody on this show is a private investigator at this point. Everybody's on three-way. Yeah. Everybody is recording. Everybody's listening.
Yeah.
And now she's ready to expose stuff. So now she's she says that she's been.
Busy, you have to hold on. You have to
Uh-huh.
give the woman credit that she didn't say that she was reaching out to Sunday to get the dirt or get the
Sunday
tea.
reached out to her.
He reached out to her.
And that, but your hands are just as dirty.
But Sunday also said
Really?
this as
How?
well.
Because you would, if I was someone, so
if you're
there.
the ops,
Mhm.
if you're the ops,
Yeah.
and somebody comes to you that you know that they were super close with and is trying to give you the tea, then I'm going to get the tea.
I don't care about their. I really don't care about.
Also, throw a monkey wrench in this as well, because when this season first, this part B started, Sunday was supposed to be a cast member on the season too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
So
nobody need to see her, but okay.
Yeah, we talked about the Cindy, but Sunday was to be a cast member on this season, a part B too.
My thing is, everybody wants to act like they're above, but y'all just as dirty and nasty. So yes, you may be the ops. When I don't have, because I think what's bothering me about Brooke right now is that there's just so, and maybe it's a part she's grieving and we're just letting her live life like this.
Rage Blaze, yes.
She's trying to be all things at once. I can't be in the same room as Jackie because I'm triggered by her, or I don't want to hear about her, I don't want to talk her. Just please don't bring up her name and just don't be. But then also I'm about to get into a relationship. I'm ready for this and I'm ready for that. And then also I'm staying on the phone because somebody gave me some juicy gossip about Jackie, so now I'm gonna. So what is it? If my feelings are that lady triggers me, I don't want anything to have to deal with her. That I have Virgo friends like that. So if somebody would have called them and been like, I got dirt on her dirt. I don't care about your dirt. I don't care about that lady. Don't tell me nothing. I don't give a fuck.
She knew that they were going to have the parlay, and she knew that Jackie was going to be there. So if Sunday wanted to spill her tea, she was going to go in there with some guns ablazing too.
My thing is, if you are so not bothered, you don't care about her, then you wouldn't even have listened. And that's why I said your hands are dirty too. Once you decide to roll around with me,
she was bothered. She said that.
You said what?
She said she was bothered.
She was bothered. She was bothered. She said I was bothered. And they just had that altercation at the weakest women's empowerment that I've ever experienced.
Well, they didn't have an altercation.
So they did have that altercation. So that just happened. So why do you think that she wouldn't want it? She is bothered. Why do you think she wouldn't want it?
But that wasn't.
She actually said on the show that because of the things that had happened with Jackie, that's why she listened to Sunday. Like she's bothered. She admitted that.
Yep.
I say all this to say, it feels like all of these girls are playing a dirty game, but Jackie's the one that they're outing.
I feel like that's not the truth. I feel like the thing is that Jackie's been getting away with a lot. A lot.
Well, she's been getting away with.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. Jackie is from the beginning to today.
Yeah.
Jackie's been getting away with a lot on this show.
Yeah.
Nobody holds Jackie accountable. Jackie feels like she's the show. Yeah. Jackie done got rid of Malaysia, Brandy. She don't give a damn about nobody. Jackie will switch on you in a fucking heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jackie.
Okay.
So when it comes down to it, now that Brooke is back, and she's talking about Brooke's daughter who has passed away, which is crazy to me.
Did she talk about her daughter, or did she or not talk about her?
Yeah. Even in the notes that I
what did she say about her daughter?
Well, let me tell you what she said. She said that hold on.
I'm talking about before these screenshots, because I know what the screenshot said.
Well, she said that they begged her to apologize to Brooke about her daughter.
Okay.
Of the apology. She said that.
Okay.
Jackie then went on camera saying that she loved Kayla like she loves Brooke. She went on, she lied.
Okay.
And then hold on and let me jump in. She also, when she first passed away, Jackie was in communication with Brooke's cousin and saying that she wanted to come to the funeral and all of this stuff, and she let her do that, even though Jackie couldn't even just call and be like, I'm so sorry for your loss. But she invited her to the funeral, and Jackie did not show up. And then Jackie asked her to send her, if she could send her a copy of the obituary. Who does that? Who does? Like, Jackie is so big on her weddings that nobody cares about on her kids and protecting her kids. But this woman just lost her young daughter, and you're sitting there being like, I was busy, I can't come. I didn't know what to say, but can you send me a copy of the obituary? Who does that? Like,
Yeah,
I want to respond to this. I don't think that Brooke is really dragging her daughter's storyline.
I didn't want to say it.
I feel like that Brooke
But
is not even bringing it up. I think Jackie brings up this storyline with her daughter more than Brooke does.
Yeah,
Brooke
but
has, I don't feel like I've even really heard her bring it to her daughter at all.
I feel like if we're talking about reality TV, this right now is her reality. So, like I said, I mean, it feels like yesterday, and I've lost my mom, and she's been gone for like 15, 16 years. This woman just lost her last year.
True.
This is not dragging it out. That's her story.
Right, rightfully so. She should be able to talk about her daughter.
Absolutely.
But for me, I feel like Brooke doesn't even bring up her daughter like Jackie does.
Right.
I don't feel like Brooke has ever really talked about that much.
And that's why Brooke has a problem with her. She's like, you couldn't even be there. You couldn't even ask and come check on me. You didn't even have to be there. You could have just sent some flowers or a card or something and been like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but so she could be the moral compass when it comes to her and her daughter and people speaking of her daughter. But then you're being on three-way conference calls.
But she's doing it because of what Jackie said.
Because of that. That's why she's doing it, because she has a problem with her. And then when Jackie apologized, Busy, on the reunion, and then the next season took it back.
She said she didn't mean it.
Exactly.
I think that's pretty effed up.
That's why she's angry at her, and that's why she's willing to sit on the phone.
Okay. Well, I think that all of it is. I think all of them need some discipline for what they did to Candy. I don't.
Candy.
It's a quote from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh.
I don't know. Everything about it seems dirty, nasty to me, and I just feel like. When the season started, Brandy was on the three-way there, and Jackie did. It seems like everybody's trying to get on the three-way with Jackie and take her down, but we're looking at it as, well, no, the people aren't. It just seems something conniving seems like it's going on behind the scenes where every person is on a three-way call. First it was Brandy who was on a three-way call listening. Now we got Brooke being like, so I was on a three-way call as well.
Brands though, because it was hold on. It was British.
Right.
Who's in jail right now?
Right.
You know, British, do your time. It was British because they all realized that Jackie's not a really good friend.
Right.
So first it was British, then it was Sunday. Now, if you look at the history of this franchise, Jackie, if you remember when Sunday was on this show, Sunday got beat up by Drea.
Yep.
Then she also went. It was.
What does this have to do with Brooke?
Who went after Brandy? About her not being able to have babies.
Right. She did.
So Jackie, and so when you see Cheyenne, you see the pattern of Jackie. Because what Jackie does is she gets these people come on who are on her side and they find out who Jackie is and they switch up on her.
Okay.
Okay. So can I just read a couple of these comments? I want to address Rach Blaze. I'm sorry.
This one?
Saying Jackie hasn't said anything about the daughter.
She hasn't.
Sorry, but hold on. Let me just say. But this again is carried over from the previous season and the reunion where she had a lot to say or was making excuses, and then to take back the apology was low down. Hey Norris, how are you? It's good to see you. And then and protect my energy is absolutely right. It says a lot that the daughter that she holds up on a pedestal so high that the daughter doesn't want to introduce her fiance to her mother.
Okay, and and Brooke's son has a whole child and she didn't even know the mother or nothing.
But he also has a disability.
Mental illness.
He also has a disability.
He has a mental illness from what she said, and so it's different than Jackie's daughter who does not, who we've seen on the show. And
if you want to dive all the way into that, you have the dark skinned daughter who Evelyn donated that money to for the grandchild,
and she doesn't even want to address her.
But remember the other one that was on the show?
Yep.
She had a whole baby with a basketball player. We haven't seen nothing from her ever again.
Nothing. It's like, what's her Shawnee? What is it? It's another like a Shawnee.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember her name is, but
Chantel, something like that.
Chantel.
Yeah, Chantel. Mm-hmm.
So her daughters don't really be with her like that for real.
Yep.
Because Chantel was on the show when she was dating Drea's man.
Yep.
And
So
then she ended up having a baby by a basketball player, which Jackie put on the show.
Mhm.
We've never seen anything else after that.
Never.
So what are we trying to get from this? Just to say that Jackie, you're a horrible person. You're not going to be held accountable, and then what?
Jackie's never held accountable.
Okay, so I'm saying what? So what are the girls trying to do?
Right.
So what the girls?
They're trying
what I
hold on, Cindy, let Cindy talk.
From my opinion, I feel like they're trying to make her be accountable for her actions.
That's all.
Like she don't be mad at her, but ma'am, you have done things too where you feel like the same thing that you're judging these women by, you have done that and worse. That's it.
She's not perfect.
Okay.
And I think that Jackie presents herself as she's perfect. Yeah. Hey, I get married every year. Guess what? We haven't seen that in like the last 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now we're here. Baby, you were a prostitute. Whenever Evelyn pulled it up, and now she's upset about it. But baby, I mean, this is what your records are pulling up.
But Jackie was exposed as a liar when she was being.
Jackie's been lying since she's been on
since forever. So what? Like, and the people still love her
now because there's proof. It's coming out now because now there is proof. And like I said, when she was on the phone, or I'm sorry, I didn't say it. So Deb said it. When she was on the phone with British, that conversation came out, and now Brooke is listening in on another conversation with her
with Sunday.
You know, being like she's lying, talking about. Okay, so let's speed ahead.
I mean, yeah, but so this is where we are. She went through everybody. She said, Glorilla, she's sick of hearing your voice. Jennifer, no one's interested in you and Christian being married. Right. And she sent your nudes out. I don't know why she had Jennifer's nudes and why she's sending them out.
Me neither. That was weird.
Evelyn, she hates her. So I mean, that's the word.
Yes, Evelyn and Shawnee.
Evelyn and I was just keeping it to the people.
And that's
she doesn't understand why Brandy is there unless she's going to have a baby. She's talking about Brandy's divorce.
When she knows that the woman can't have
kids. But this is my I'm over here. So she said she also lets Brandy divorces Jason because he's a cheater. And he cheated with her with over 350 women, and she's sick of hearing about it. Brandy's upset. So then we're here.
But then hold on. But then if we go backwards, like way back in time, and Jackie has admitted this, that Doug cheated on her too. So don't talk about her cheating, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Jackie is a double standard.
Yep.
I think they all are.
Huh?
I think they all are.
They all do.
I think that they all are, but I feel like Jackie's trying to make she's the matriarch and she's the one who holds she's the glue that holds the thing together.
And let's keep it that way because these things. What you feel about me or what you think of me is none of my business.
This is where we're going to. This is where the line is drawn at here. When it comes to Evelyn admitted that she's done her things.
Yep.
Jackie lied.
Has admitted that she did them. She just said she's not sorry for them.
No,
that's not true. Evelyn even told the girl she's the bottom and she said, "I've admitted to things that I've done."
Yeah,
that's what Evelyn's word. Go back and watch the season.
And that to me, that to me, so Deb, that means holding yourself accountable. That's what I mean. So you don't have to be.
Jackie's never done that.
You don't have to say I'm sorry, but you have to say I did this, and that's what I did. And so what?
That's what I feel like Jackie does.
Jackie's never done that.
Okay, let's not get back into accountability.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, that's why when it comes to Evelyn and Jackie, that's why I lean towards more to Evelyn, Jackie, because we could go down this list of Jackie, but Jackie don't lie about all these things. Evelyn, like, I did do this.
So then, what is their goal at this point?
I think
their goal is to hold Jackie accountable.
To hold her accountable for what she's saying, like about them. Like either what is a woman? Is it are we friends on the show, or do you want to slap me? Do you hate me, or it's about sisterhood? So Jackie was the main one for years that have been touting sisterhood and the sisterhood, and what they're basically saying is you're a liar. You have, and like Evelyn said, you haven't been a sisterhood to nobody.
She ain't been a sisterhood to nobody.
That cracked me up when she said that. I was like, wait a minute.
She ain't been a sisterhood to nobody.
Well, she was right. She was right.
I don't know. I guess I can understand from Jackie's standpoint why it seems like, oh, they're just trying to take me down. Because you would feel like, girl, y'all all talk about crap about each other on the phone.
Right.
And y'all all be lying.
Right.
Y'all all be stealing and cheating. Y'all all say negative things. The thing is, I'm not on three-way calls with y'all hoes listening and silent trying to figure out what the lies are.
I don't understand what the problem is, Busy. They don't have to be on the three-way calls because they're not lying.
Which is why I don't understand, but they're going to but now we're going to add it. Soon somebody gonna come and we're gonna have Glorilla. Oh, so I was in her closet last night. I stayed in her apartment the whole time, and I listened from the closet the whole time. Her security let me in. She doesn't know this. They're going to extra lengths. Now we're on secret phone calls, three-way. This is too much.
Okay.
That's not now. It's, and this is why I say that, your hands are dirty. If somebody came to me and was like, "Well, I was secretly listening," I don't want to hear no more of the story because who knows what the hell you doing with me and what you got going on.
She's angry with her, so she doesn't want to hear all of the story.
I think also, if you're gonna say you want to slap Evelyn and Shawnee's hiding from you, because these are the things that we don't understand why Jackie said these things. Correct. And I think this is a storyline that's happening that we're not understanding. Mm-hmm. Why do you want to slap Evelyn, and why is Shawnee hiding from you?
And you know what? I'm going to give your girl another hype up. So, Deb, I respect Brandy more for looking Shawnee in the eyes and being like, "I think you're a bitch."
Yes,
that's why I stand for Brandy.
That's what I'm saying. Hang on. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't agree that she said it, but at least she had the balls to do it. What Jackie is running around doing is being on secret calls, being like, "I hate her." Then why are you on her show, ma'am? Because she's still the executive producer.
I don't think it's a secret call. She's talking to her friend.
Was being a bitch to them.
And you're right. So Deb, like she said, but
Shawnee, she was sunning them like y'all are like babies and y'all are like immature. And we're like the grown women. Like she was sunning them. So when Brandy said it, Malaysia didn't have the balls to say it. But Brandy said, "You're a bitch."
No. I'm sorry I brought it up. I'm just saying, if we're comparing somebody who is living in their truth, at least Brandy has the balls to call her boss
a bitch.
Yeah. and what Jackie is doing is going behind her back, being like, "I hate her." Then get off the show and leave your check. If I hate somebody, I'm just saying, as a Leo, because I'm super duper 1000% painfully honest. If I hate you, I don't want your money. I don't want your check. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to see your face. And so what we see for next week, Shawnee comes in. I
can't wait to see this.
Right. And is Jackie going to sit there and have the balls to be like, "I hate you"? And
I want Jackie to tell Shawnee she's a bitch.
I would respect her if she did so.
But she's never going to do it.
And she's not going to do it.
Shout out to Brandy Maxill.
All right, so that was the end of the episode. We got other people listening to other people's phone calls. We're going to see a lot, as Cindy brought up, for the next episode. This was 2 hours, and I don't even like you.
I don't even know. I enjoyed this though. I really did.
I'm sure you did.
And you have COVID. Thank you, Busy, so much for being a trooper.
I'm doing what I can. And I had to leave a little bit.
And shout out to me because Busy said I didn't take notes, and I did.
Oh.
No, we're not doing that. No, do one of these reviews by yourself, and then I'll shout out for you. I've done too.
We were busy at the same time.
Okay.
And also, not only that, we've been doing it for a couple of years, Busy. So he has done it.
I mean, I normally don't watch trash TV.
I definitely have.
Before we get off and I hop down and you guys can close your show, can you pull up the?
Oh yeah, bro. Did you add the photos of the? I hope the computer doesn't self-destruct.
Y'all don't look at my DMs. That's all I'm saying.
Just pull up the photos. We don't need to see all the DMs.
Well, I can't. I gotta pull up this. I gotta pull up
the screen.
Yeah, hold on.
Do you want to just send it to me? Hold on. Because I'm gonna look. Because you actually pointed it out.
You have it?
No, just send that to me, and I can quickly put it up.
All right.
And just in the chat, thank you guys so much.
Because you can see my DM, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. Hold on.
You guys, Busy and Deb, the chat is saying they enjoyed it. It was so good that they like us and all of that. So
you have an email to you or text it to you?
Just put it in the DM. First of all, Cindy was talking. Just put it in the DM. Just DM it to me the same way she sent it to you. I'm telling you, you take my patience and you be beating it up.
Thank you, Sassy.
I just sent it to you.
Sassy Peach said, "I can't wait until next week." Me neither, Sassy Peach. I've got to see when I like when Shawnee comes on because she's like the principal. She's like the principal at school, and the girls are fighting. Oh, thank you, Sassy Peach. Yes, Princess. Busy Princess says, "Hope you get well, Busy."
Oh, thank you, Princess, with a wig on. I really appreciate that.
Don't worry about that, Princess.
Don't worry about what?
She said that she wants to get so Deb a Christmas boo.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, he already got a man.
Girl.
You haven't did a story time to tell him about who your boo is?
We need the story time.
Yeah.
He's not. That's not even the thing. I don't know why he's even saying that. So.
What do you mean that's not the thing? You just said don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I mean,
so you have a boo?
No.
He's telling you don't worry about it.
Because I was gonna say when you do,
he don't.
When I do, I'll let y'all know.
No, he won't. No, clearly he won't.
Exactly. I was gonna say even if it's temporarily,
I have been very transparent about my dating life on my channel, so I don't know where that's coming from.
No, because you haven't been on the channel in like forever. And
oh, exactly.
I've been there like in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
But I haven't dated anybody.
But
so
you've been talking about celebrity. You've been talking about.
No, on my vlog channel, been very different.
I follow your vlog channel. I haven't had a good story.
And sure hasn't been any updates for me either. So you said that this was where? Because he just sent me this photo. Is there a place I could go to look it up?
Yes, you can go to Post and Beam. So if you zoom in, I sent him 2 photos. One that was zoomed in on the man.
The
other one was cut off, so that's why I didn't send it to him.
He is so handsome. That food is so good. It's like a new version, like a updated spin on soul food.
Okay.
Delicious. And that man is fine. He literally is tall, dark, and handsome. Now, this photo, his hair is short, but when I met him, it was long curls.
And can you tell him what this like because you said this was at a place, right? Yeah,
it's called Post and Beam.
Oh, sorry, we saw it on the show.
Yes, BEAM, and it's literally the word "and," not the and. Post and Beam, and then you can go where they're talking about. I guess they talk about the restaurant. Anyway, that's the chef and that's the owner, and he started it, and he's fine. Okay, like.
And what scene was this again?
It was the previous episode. So it was the last episode after they had the whatever her name, Cheyenne, had them escorted out, and they were like, we need to meet up for a drink.
And they went to here, Post and Beam.
And they went to Post and Beam. So if you go to Press, maybe, I think it's Press, but there's a man right there. No, go back.
Yeah. Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can make it bigger, but that's why I sent it to him.
He's so cute.
He's so handsome. Literally so handsome, tall. He had dreads when I met him. So nice. He kept sending like free stuff over. It was delicious. So hey, Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Brad. I just thought we'd have, end on a high note, or even, when I brought it up the first time, begin on a high note. He's fine. That food is fire. And like I said, best peach margarita ever. And they're organic. So if peaches are not in season, they don't have them. So they have like a whole like back in their in the back of the restaurant, like they'll pick fresh herbs and all that stuff. And it's soul food. It's delicious. Anyway,
I love that. Thank you so much, Cindy, for joining us this week.
Thank you, guys.
When I come to LA, we're going there.
Well, if you can come back to LA, we can go. I'll hop down and let you guys close your show. Thank you, guys. Bye.
All right, thank you. So Same time next week or what? Like I don't know.
Same time next week, 7:00 p.m.
No, we not. No, 6.
Okay,
6:30 at the latest.
6. Let's do 6:30.
Okay, because I have work to do.
I get up at work at like.
I understand, but I have 2 videos to do on Tuesdays. I had to cancel tonight's other video, and I make more money doing that one.
But it makes whenever the kids go home, that's when I get home.
So next week's gonna be by yourself. I need a week
6:30,
off.
6:30.
Next week, can you do it by yourself? Because I need a week.
We're
off.
doing this together.
See how you can't do it by yourself? I hold this show together.
Okay.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming to today's.
Y'all can find me at SoDebonair on all social media as SoDebonair. It's right here. That's how you spell it. On my YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or X, what it's called now, and on TikTok.
Thank you so much. And if you're watching this from this channel, just stay over here. And don't worry about what's going on over there. We'll be here and tell us how you thought, what you felt about the entire show. Y'all think they're trying to take down Jackie? How y'all feel about Cheyenne and that outfit? Do you think that Jennifer is being swindled? Why is Evelyn Lozada here? Is Glorilla's relationship is she acting too much like a baby, as SoDeb said, and she needs to stop acting like she just can't do things by herself? Let us know a little bit more about that. And then is it a Ponderosa or is it a parlay? Which one is better? We will see you all next week, maybe. Talk to y'all soon.